Always.
All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna do an intro so we can just start F's in chat. I don't know how long we want to go, so we're just gonna roll with it. Sarthe, do you want me to do it, or should I let you guys do it? I mean, you guys are all YouTube people, right? You all know how to do YouTube shit.
You're the YouTube people. I have such a YouTube voice.
I know
it's so
you
funny.
do. You literally do. We'll talk about that. That'll be topic number 1. Hold on. Hey guys, welcome to F's in Chat. This is gonna be called Season 3, Episode 1 because we're not actually watching hardcore clips. We're just talking with some of the classic WoW World of Warcraft homies, some of the Giga Chad friends that we all upgraded to real life friends recently. I'm sitting here with my boy Sarthe, Kargoz, Crix, and me. I'm Winky, by the way. Sarthe, how you doing today?
Yo, I'm doing great. We just finished playing some Overwatch, and I was so excited to get Crix playing for the first time, dude. I'm doing good. How you doing, bro?
Dude, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. We just did a podcast with you guys 3 hours ago.
Gang. Which reminds me, I should probably record that.
Yeah, probably.
Get over to our boy.
Okay, well, Crix is at Kargs. How are you doing today? I haven't talked to you today.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I just finished up an Axe 25 on my alt. It was all right, man. It went all right. Not a lot of. It's fun.
Okay, all right. Crix.
Hello, my friend. How are you doing, brother?
I'm
doing
good.
Fantastic. First off, thanks for inviting me to the show. I'm excited to talk about whatever we're going to talk about.
This is since we're not doing the typical F's in Chat, like where we watch hardcore death clips, we don't talk there's really no structure. So I figured we would just talk about whatever the fuck we felt like it at the time. Yeah. Probably a little bit more WoW oriented than not, but if we go on tangents, it's like totally fine. It's encouraged. Enjoy hanging out and having a good time. So I mean, does anyone have any topic they want to start off with, or I can always throw something out there.
I mean, go ahead.
You've been streaming a lot more recently, Winky. You feeling it again, bro? From TwitchCon?
Dude, I am. Yeah.
Motivation.
I got pretty motivated. I don't think TwitchCon was what actually motivated me though. I think it was just being around you guys, like being around my peers. You know.
Yeah.
It's different when you're hanging out in someone's chat than when you meet someone on the internet in real life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about TwitchCon if you want to. That's a whole can of worms because we went a little hard at TwitchCon.
Dude, we had a good time. We had a really good time.
It was crazy. Shoutouts to Only Black Smoke.
No one got.
Did
anybody get sick?
No.
No one got not sick. At TwitchCon. No. I'm like a little sick now, but that's like way later. Like, damn it.
Yeah. It seems like you and Lesmos got sick like now, and it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah,
right?
but that was. I think this is from like a friend's birthday last weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't get sick. I don't think anyone in our house got sick.
No.
I thought we were all. I thought it was
all.
doomsday. We're gonna get the new strain, bro. We're gonna create the new strain there or something.
Dude, I didn't even get like the typical con rot. You guys know how like sometimes you go to like a convention or like a tournament or some kind of LAN event and you like everyone gets sick anyway, regardless of what kind of sick it is.
Yeah, it's just like a general like miasma in the air.
I didn't even get that.
Yeah, I didn't. I felt great coming home. I also wasn't hungover that Sunday, and like that drive was actually decently chill. I just like zoomed home and worked on YouTube videos.
Yeah, I didn't even. Honestly, I don't think I was hungover once. Maybe there was like one morning where I was pretty groggy, but just for reference, right? So the people in the chat know what we're talking about. We had a gamer house at TwitchCon. We had. I'm sure you've heard all of us talk about it in each other's own streams a lot. But we had a house of like 16 classic WoW homies. It was insane. It was like everyone in this call, plus Only Black Smoke, Grays for Days, Mr. and Mrs. Sully, Desi Heat, Lesamos, a Lutheran, Murderer, Grays for Days, Bob and Mel from the Warcraft Reloaded podcast came through. It was a shit show. Tactics, Tommy.
It was sick.
Tactics and Tommy were there. I keep forgetting that they were even there, to be honest. I don't know why.
Dude, they were. It was so fun.
Yeah, we had a blast. Tommy surprised me with like how friendly he was in person. Because I like how on stream like he kind of like doesn't read his chat ever, and he's just like a goofball and like all that. But he was like, when we got there, he was all about just chilling with the homies, and
Yeah,
he was genuinely
dude.
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Such a sweet guy. Like, just fucking staying, just giggling all the time and just good vibes.
Yes, dude.
I think
Giggler.
So rad.
I did call Taxic. I called Taxic on Discord and shared my screen, and or I turned my camera on, and he was high on mushrooms, and he got to say hi to everyone in the house,
I remember that.
which is pretty sick. Yo, Crix, that edible hit you pretty hard, or?
No, I didn't take it yet.
Oh,
I was
okay,
waiting.
okay,
I'm saving
okay,
for like probably Sunday or something.
All right, I feel it.
Just listening, vibing,
Yeah, TwitchCon was
talking
fun.
all day.
Okay, let's do. I guess we could talk about like a highlight of TwitchCon for everybody.
Ooh.
Mine, I'll go first. Mine was
Ooh.
straight up day 2, I think, of us in the house. We did that Magic tournament, and Bob and Mel were there doing the
Stealer.
podcast. Oh, is that
Yeah.
yours?
I was gonna say it, but it's okay. It's
Okay, you
I
could
got
say the
another
same
one.
thing. You can say the same thing. That's fine. I want to hear Sarthe. We'll go in order, so we'll do Sarthe next.
No, I want to go last now.
Okay, we'll
I
do
did-
Kargoz then.
Yeah, we'll go to Kargoz.
Okay, this is gonna seem kind of weird. Like, it probably didn't even mean anything to you guys because it wasn't even that long. But the whole time I was in San Diego, I kept thinking to myself, I'm sure like people in your chat might have these realizations too. Like, you're on a plane or you're going somewhere, and your life kind of feels like a movie or like some kind of GTA game. That second day when we were on scooters going down to the beach,
Scooters,
on those
dude.
time, and the wind's blowing, and there's like that nice like ocean breeze, and there's like palm trees everywhere, and we're on these little scooters, man. It felt like we were in fucking living in GTA 6 with the boys, just like doing a side quest or something. And it was really cool.
The scooters
like,
that I had to beg people to get on, bro. Like, guys,
Yeah.
just get on it. It looks weird. Just everybody, just trust me. It's what everybody says. They never want to get on them, and then when they finally get on, they're like, "Holy shit, this is like."
It's so fun. I turn around and I see like Grays and Winky and all the boys just on in like a little fleet of like scooters, like all
literally
this driving
getting
through
burritos
San
as a
Diego.
side quest.
Yeah, dude, it was so
Yeah.
fun. And then everybody's scooter like broke down on the way back. So we had to we spent times like Kargoz ran all the way back from the burrito house to the Airbnb on foot.
Oh my god.
And then we went back. I had to go pick up a Lutheran and Tactics that were on the side of the road because I guess they were tied to Crix's phone or something, and then they got too far away from Crix, so the scooter shut off.
no way.
Yeah. And then other people's phones died, and they couldn't ride theirs.
Yeah.
It was a shit show.
Yep. That was like funny too, Winky. I didn't tell anybody because it was kind of embarrassing at the time. So like I ran back, but I overshot it by like a good amount, right? Like I just
Okay.
ran right by the cross street. Okay. So I run all the way. And next thing I know, I'm at a bridge, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" There was definitely.
Oh my god.
So, and then here's the thing, Winky. The reason why my scooter died is my phone died. So when your
Mhm.
phone dies, the scooter shuts off. So now I'm in San Diego. I have like bedhead because we did this right when we woke up, right? So I actually look unironically like a bum. And I have no working phone. And I'm stranded with no Google map. So I have to start just like going up to random people and asking, like, yo, can you like help me with Google Maps on your phone? And I for a second, bro, I got to experience what it was like to be homeless, bro. These people were looking at me like I was the fucking Walking Dead, Winky. Like,
That's hella funny, dude.
get away from me! Get away from me, bum!
That is hella funny.
He's like, please, a phone, anyone.
I went back to the Airbnb, and I got in my car and I went to pick you up. That might explain why we couldn't find you, because I drove exactly where I saw you running, and I scootered back to the Airbnb and got in my car, and I came back and you were gone.
He was too far.
Yeah, I don't know where we literally were like, yeah, he'll figure it out, he'll get back. There was also that time you guys fucking forgot a Lutheran outside
Yo,
the
look,
club
look,
at like
look,
4
look.
in the morning.
That's not what happened.
Okay, tell us what happened.
What's the story?
It was like 2 a.m, but this piggybacks off of probably, I don't know if it's my favorite one. There's a couple of favorite moments.
Okay,
one of them
what's your
was
favorite moment first, Crix?
the night we talked about it earlier on our show with the speakeasy thing.
Yeah.
That was dope. Where,
Okay.
Yeah, the whole like
you guys
red
can
book
find
with the,
that, by the way. Crix, plug where they can find your show.
That night, I had a lot of fun that night, but it was that night, but it was also this club that we went to. We were just trying to find drinks. Me, Kargoz, Grays, and Murder were just trying to find drinks. Like, we're just bar hopping, just trying to find like a place that wasn't too packed, but like had some people in there. And then Murderer just wants, he's just trying to talk to some girls, right? Me and Carlos kind of like, whatever. We're not really about that, but whatever. And then we end up agreeing and going to this club. And the club was just, it was tight. It wasn't like a normal club. It was like a, and I haven't clubbed in years, but it was like a,
It's a Vegas
like an
club.
EDM. Yeah, it was like an EDM house club. It was playing music that we play on like our streams and stuff all the time. And I had a lot of fun there. And we didn't do shit really, but talk to some people. But it was
That
just a lot of
place
fun.
literally was built modeled after a
The
club
3 floors
in
thing?
Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's
sick.
modeled after it used to be named Omnia. They changed the ownership or whatever, but like it literally was modeled after Omnia in Vegas.
Yeah, but
Like
all,
that's like the club.
we could tell because we're like, where do you want to go? Do you want to go to strip club? Do you want to go here? And none of us could really agree. And it's like, bro, let's just go to a regular club. And then we got in line, and it was like $35 to get in, or $45 to get in, or something like that. And I was like, ooh, I bet you this place is banging if it's that much to get in. So we walked around, couldn't find a place, and we finally got in there.
So
Which is
I
ideal.
But so all
Yeah.
day that day, all day today, like I'm talking from the minute we left Lutheran there for straight 12 hours period, pretty much. It was only me, Kargoz, Murderer, and Grace.
yeah.
And then starts for a little bit, right? And then
Yeah.
and then a Lutheran came, and he like came by himself, like when we're already at the club for a couple hours. So and we're faded, bro. We were already faded. So my mind was not even remotely close to where it was. I was like, oh, I completely forgot Lutheran was there.
Yeah,
'Cause
so-
we left, and we're all together leaving. All of us are walking out together. And then Murderer's like, oh, I lost my phone somewhere. Because he was just dancing, jumping around and
Yep.
shit, so it fell out of his pocket. So we're on the dance floor, flashlights out, holding it down, trying to find it. We can't, and we split up. And then I guess while Lutheran is finding it, we all leave. We're halfway home, 15-minute drive. We're halfway there. And I look at Kargoz, I'm like, yo, I think we left a Lutheran there. I'm like, oh,
So-
fuck, let's call him an Uber.
So we
And then-
they get to the Airbnb, right? Me and Sarthe went with the other crew while they went to the club, and we went out to like this old Irish pub and like got
Yeah, it
really,
was-
really drunk.
It was
Really
super
drunk.
chill though.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, like we were at this low key spot that was like kind of popping, and it was just like, yo, this is like kind of tight. It was like a very like relaxed thing. I was just like
Yep.
schmoozing and talking to people the whole night and like meeting a bunch of
Oh,
people.
it was a great time,
Yeah.
dude. At that
Yeah.
bar, at that Irish pub, I got recognized as Timmy Timerson. That was like one of that was
Oh.
you know, fuck it. That's the highlight of the trip for me.
Yeah,
So-
they were like, yo,
someone-
is that Timmy?
Yeah, they actually listened to my music from GTA RP.
Yeah.
I was like blown away. I was like, this is sick as fuck. Like people actually knew who Timmy was, and they knew that I was Timmy, and they were just at
Dude.
the bar. That was so
let's
sick.
go, dude. That's actually so dope.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's hard to say what was your favorite day because there were so many. I feel like there's
Oh,
a
I know.
favorite day. We all just named our favorite day, and it was all in the same day, like right when we got there.
Yeah,
Every
there
day
was
there's
more
another
that
thing
days
day
than
was-
that.
that day was
right?
great.
Yeah.
That was a good
Although
day.
I think like meeting the Blizzard team, like
That was
meeting
cool
some of
as
the people
fuck.
at Blizzard was fucking so sick, dude.
It really
That
was.
was so sick. Holy crap. Like
Mhm.
I'm so happy that they were out there and like
Bro.
showed up in force and were like actually actively meeting some of the creators. And the Throat Goat concert, realistically, that was hilarious.
Yeah, the throat
That
goat was sick.
I was like shocked.
I couldn't believe like it was surreal as fuck. I'm standing there drinking a fucking virgin soda drink, right? Like a what are those called? Like they're like cherry soda drink.
Mocktails.
Oh,
They're
the
like Shirley
Italian
Temple.
sodas?
Shirley Temple.
right?
Yeah.
Because at the Blizzard thing, they didn't serve any alcohol, right? Which was probably
Yeah.
a good idea. But I'm sitting there at the Blizzard thing with a Shirley Temple, and this guy walks up and he shakes my hand and he goes, "What do you want for the future of Classic WoW?" And I'm like, damn, I wasn't prepared for this kind of question. Like, I'm just here
Yeah.
kind of hanging out, talking, and like meeting other people, but like, I didn't think you were going to be asking this kind of thing because I am not the right person you should ask this question to at all. Like, I buy gold with my credit card, right? You should not be asking me that question. I'm out here.
I am not your target here.
Yeah, no, I am
like
not
how-
your target demographic. Ask,
how they were-
ask them over there, right? So I actually went over to Kargoz and Grays and I was like, come over here and answer this question.
Yeah.
I like how everyone they kept like they're like, what's some things you could change about the game or what you'd add, and everyone's like, Cargo's like a hardcore. Everyone's like hardcore server,
Yeah,
like all
hardcore.
serious stuff. I dead ass was like stackable soul shards, bro. Why can we not stack them? And I had to take up 32 slots in my bag.
That's
That's
Yeah,
an
actually
world
issue
buff.
that can be fixed right now.
That's actually so true. I don't know why you can't stack soul shard.
Fucking power play of Tommy Salami wearing a Nos shirt to that
Oh,
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nostalrius.
Okay, I want to explain this to the chat. You guys, this is how cool Tommy Salami is, right? We're going to an invite-only, exclusive luncheon with Blizzard Entertainment, right? Everyone's like, I gotta take a shower. I want to look good. I want to put on good, presentable clothes. We're about to meet Blizzard employees in real life as content creators for the game that they make, right? Tommy Salami comes upstairs ready to go, and he's wearing a shirt that says Nostalrius, like super big.
And for those that don't know that, it's a private server.
So he goes to the Blizzard luncheon in a private server t-shirt, and it was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my
The
life.
biggest flex. That was so good, dude.
I wonder if anyone called him on it, or if anyone noticed.
I heard him talking to one of the devs about it, I think. If I recall
Were they
correctly.
like, oh, cool shirt, what's that? Or like,
They were smiling, so it must not have been too bad.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That
I mean, you
luncheon was
can't
really
like
cool.
not smile meeting Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tommy's a hilarious human being. He's funnier in real life than he is on the
Giga
internet.
Chad, yeah, he was a Giga Chad.
Yeah.
Tommy is a Giga Chad. But that was fun. I got to meet a lot of cool people. Yeah, that's where we met a few really cool people that are now kind of homies. We were just playing Overwatch with M. We met Emilzia there,
Yeah.
right?
Button.
Yeah, that was
Button
really
as
fun.
well.
Buttons there.
I got to meet some of the retail players were there. I'm more of a retail
Yeah.
guy, so like they had like all the few of the biggest retail content creators in there. It was nice.
Yeah,
to
like
meet them.
Max and
I
stuff.
fanboyed hard on them.
Max was there. Yeah.
Got noticing them.
There's
Yeah,
a hefty amount of people there. There's like what, 60 people you'd say? 70 people?
Dude, it was crazy.
The group.
I
Did
mean,
you guys get the group photo? The group photo's sick.
Yeah. No, I didn't get it. Where did you get it from? Actually,
It's
I
on
forgot about
Twitter.
it.
It's on Twitter.
Okay. Yeah,
I'll find it and I'll send it to you.
I need to grab that.
They had
dude.
the
That was-
real life replica of the sword, Arthas's
Yeah,
Lich King
dude.
sword,
of Frostmourne.
Frostmourne.
That
And they
was
were letting
that was
people
sweet.
hold
It was the
And it
only.
was
It was 1 out of
heavy.
1. It was 1 out of 1 because it's
Oh.
starting to be sold for like $1,600, and this is the only one at the time in the world.
Yeah,
This is the first one,
Dude,
like
it
the
was
first
sick.
complete version.
yeah,
That was so dope, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, I need
Yo,
to. I need to
If you
find
had to
that.
defend yourself in real life using one WoW weapon, like in real life,
This
like
is why I
actually,
love Kargoz right here. This is this is a
Yeah.
great question. So if you have to defend yourself in one life, or in real life, and you have
No, like in
one
real
WoW
life, like-
weapon,
like you're on the street in San Francisco or like Stockton, right? And you
Uh-huh.
actually
Yeah.
have to like fend off like four
like a
people.
horde of people.
4 bums.
I was gonna say 7-Eleven situation, but you got a weapon. Go.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know. I would probably. This is kind of low key dumb, but I might
Turning
actually.
Tide.
I might actually want a wand, bro.
bro, wait, do they come with like abilities or
Yeah,
or
because
is
you
it
can't
just like
cast spells, right? So turning
'Cause,
tides
like,
uses,
I've
hey,
got-
congrats,
I've
Crix,
got a
you have
gun,
spell
dude.
power, bro.
I
Like,
can hit him with it.
it's
Right?
a sword?
I can
But
hit
you
him
can
with
get
the
you can
sword.
hit him with. I could use a wand and throw magic out of it, bro.
He didn't say you have a magic abilities, Winky. He just
That's
said
what
what
I'm
weapon
saying.
do you
That's
got?
because the wand is magic by itself.
No,
you
no,
just
you can just-
pew, and
No,
it
it's
shoots.
not, bro. You
It's like-
see-
it's
you
a
get the
blade.
You
on
need
you.
more than the wand. Do you think you need more than a wand to cast
All
a
right,
spell?
all right.
okay?
I would want a dwarf destroyer then from Vanilla WoW. You know
No,
that?
you
that-
get the effect. You get the effect. I think wand's legit. I'm saying like
Okay, you
if
get
there's
the
an equip or an
effect.
on use. Yeah, like
Oh.
Yeah, I'm kind of down
like
for
if you
the.
picked Ravager, you would just start fucking blade storming and ping missile.
Yeah.
I'm kind of down for the Guru Bashi dwarf destroyer, bro. The Gat, bro. You just whip out a fucking shotgun.
Bah,
Bah,
bah.
bah. That is kind of
Yeah,
not creative though.
They would never see it coming, but I would just have like a fell striker, and they'd be like, "What, dude? That tiny little dagger?" I'm like, "Yep, dude, but I hit you, I crit you, you're down,
Yeah,
dude."
that's true. Yeah,
You're down.
you make one little slice and their arm gets just chopped off.
Yeah. The one weapon I've always thought was like really cool though. I would love like the Alliance version of the rank 14 polearm.
Oh, that
You guys
thing's
ever
cool.
remember that thing?
hmm
Yeah, it has like weird swirls around it that would be super unconventional for an actual like attack to
True.
stop it from cutting, but like it looks cool.
True.
I think AT should be dope in real life.
yeah,
Just 'cause
RTS would be
it would
sick.
looks dope.
And you could teleport. How cool is that, right?
Yeah, but where would you teleport to though? in real
Karazhan.
life, right? Yeah, but is it really
Bro,
going to
you-
take you to Karazhan?
No.
Yeah, real life Karazhan, dude.
Yeah, real life Karazhan.
And then you got to fight against the ghosts.
Real life
outside, and you're
Karazhan
like,
is actually Azkaban Island off the shore of San Francisco.
I
and
wish.
there's actual
I wish.
ghosts.
I wish.
Alcatraz, not
that I
Azkaban.
would- every day that-
Azkaban.
Every single day I wake up in
Azkaban.
the morning, and I get mad that I didn't wake up in like World of Warcraft or something.
What if real life
Some kind of
Karazhan is in the
anything, bro.
Bermuda Triangle, bro, and you just teleport to the Bermuda Triangle and you
have-
just don't know it's there?
have you guys ever thought about like what would be the like if you could live in a fantasy world, right?
Yeah.
And let's not say you're the hero, but like if you could live and have a role in a fantasy world, any sort of like fictional world, it could be GTA, it could be fucking World of Warcraft, it could be Harry Potter. What would you choose? What would be it? And like what would you be?
That is such a hard question, dude.
Bro. Yo, I asked the big three. I said, do you want to go in Lord of the Rings, Halo, or Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, or Harry Potter? If you could choose those three.
Well, okay, if you ask it all the time, what's your answer then, Crix? Like you should have.
I don't know. I would say Star Wars probably because
you're just a random dude living like a slave. You're a slave.
How do you? Whoa! Why you gotta be a slave, bro?
Because think about like the populations in Star Wars, dude. Just so many of them are like downtrodden, right? Like,
yeah, but you don't know if you're gonna be a slave or a Jedi. But all I know
so
is
you're rolling that die.
Yeah, but if you're in Harry Potter and you're a Muggle, you're just doing what you do now. And
yeah, that's why I didn't choose Harry Potter.
Yeah, and Lord of the Rings would be dope, but then like Lord of the Rings, what if you're not nobody? You're just, you know,
I'm going
a bum.
I'm going Giga Chad, immortal, like elf ninja from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, you get to choose what you are? Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's say you can choose. Let's say you can choose who you are. Yeah,
okay. I would 1,000,000% be a Jedi in Star Wars.
Then now it's over. Crix is like
100%. I'd probably be a Sith just to. No, I'd be a Jedi with a red. I don't know what I don't, but I would 100%.
Red lightsaber.
Maybe don't be Harry Potter though too. But
this is such a hard question to answer.
No, you can't be the main character, but you'd be a.
No, I mean Harry Potter,
wizard.
Hogwarts. Like you'd have to be like a wizard.
I'm torn between Harry Potter, like I'm torn between being a wizard in the Harry Potter universe and being a straight up Pokemon trainer.
Dude,
I had
Pokemon trainer.
Oh,
you don't even that one. Like you don't even have to choose to be like a hero or something.
Yeah,
like you could just buy Pokeballs and train your fucking Pokemon, and it's like I'm
that would
better.
be so dope just to sit there. You just wake up tomorrow and you're like, oh here.
Yeah.
Catch some fucking Pokemon.
Yeah, hey,
bro.
Pokemon, come here. I need to train you today. You know?
That's so dope.
But then you think about like
Pokemon
the shit that would go on
go.
in like real life Pokemon would be like some fucked up stuff. Like you're having these little like animals murder each other.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, they'd be like your friends, but then they'd be like,
die. They faint.
Yeah. I mean, like because it's PG, you know, like, but like we're talking about like, you know, Team Rocket's out here.
Yeah, Team Rocket would definitely be out there stealing things.
Char down like their enemies.
Slanging Charizards.
There's got to be a better answer though. There's got to be like something none of us are thinking of right now that's just like the best universe to live in ever, right?
I mean, think.
What about like superheroes in like a Marvel universe? Could you just be a superhero?
Could I be like a
but
fucking? Am I a Saiyan? But like a good Saiyan?
That'd be kind of cool.
But then, like, is the world always being attacked?
Yeah, but do you want to? Yeah, you don't want to be.
I'm always defending the world.
Majin Buu literally he kills everybody, and then he goes to heaven and kills them again.
Yeah, because it's like, bro,
I don't want to live in that world. I don't want to be a Saiyan in that world.
Like Star Trek, would I want to be? Star Trek is like, generally in Star Trek. Generally, Star Trek is mostly about peace and stuff, but then you could just be in fucking Star Wars and you could have a freaking laser sword.
Yeah, that's true.
Laser, and you could also move stuff with the power of the Frish.
And also, power
people,
of Fresh.
People always forget.
Next Fresh what?
People always forget about fucking Force Speed too. You got like all these cool powers.
Yeah,
bro.
That's true. That's a valid point.
Do you remember Knights of the Old Republic, bro? You can do anything.
Yeah, that's true. Knights of the Old Republic was a baller game. I would not want to live in Grand Theft Auto because you could just move to LA and experience Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, that's too close to real life. I think living in some kind of like Final Fantasy thing would be dope too. Like if you
in Grand Theft Auto, you still have to deal with cops, right? So like that's literally life.
Yeah, it's actually life. It's actually worse in some aspects.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
I mean, like, or like, would I be like a fucking ninja in Naruto? But then it's like, is it around one of the ninja wars? Because you just get stomped by all heroes.
Yeah, no.
There's too many fighters in there. You never know if you know what I mean. Come and put some hands on you because you're from the Leaf Village.
Yeah, I also wouldn't want to be in the Halo universe because then I'm literally at war for my entire life
all
and then I just die. Right? Like,
would you be a Spartan?
Even if I was, I would have died.
No, you'd be dead.
I know Kargoz would be a Spartan. Kargoz would be alive still, bro. Kargoz is Master Chief.
Bro, but then
in another world.
I'll just be like in like Sword Art Online type shit, dude. I want to like
be
able to.
Sucks because people were dying, like, and they were stuck in a VR.
Yeah, because they were bad at video games, dude.
Right?
Yeah, get worked. The one guy that was actually good at min-maxing a video game dumpstered
Yeah,
everybody.
that's actually true. I feel
Come
like,
on.
I feel like if you go into the Sword Art Online universe, Sarthe would be like one of the level bosses that like thinks he's a badass, and then the hero would come and like narrowly defeat you.
Not
and
even,
then you would die, right?
Because like I would be like, one, you make friends with everybody. Two, you can translate a little bit of like your actual athletic ability, which I've fucking played all sports my whole life, you know. And three, you're good at video games. I know video game mechanics.
All right, sorry, but okay, you're telling me like you're like the lead boss of like floor 39, right? And
no, I'm a good guy.
Rolls up and just one taps your ass, right?
I'm not about to be a bad guy.
Like,
I'm about to fucking lead the guilds, dude. I'm about to be the hero.
You could be the, you could be the hero.
So, like Overlord.
Yeah. So Overlord would be sick too, but like I would just like, yeah, but I would like to just be like a player, right? Like I'm a player that like low key, like you're just like one of the best, like you're like the guy, you know?
How long do you guys think it's going to take before we actually get VR to the point to where we're having an MMO similar to WoW or something like of that level of quality in VR?
They have, so
I
play
think it's
VR.
gonna be
I
less
play
than 10
MMOs
years from now, bro.
I play VR MMOs like dead ass all the time, and I love them. And they're not like they feel there's some that look like WoW and everything. It's not out yet, but
I think in the next 20 years, bro, we're gonna be
really good.
Deep.
Like, you always get that
VR.
VR kind of feeling though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they have them all. Like there's VRs right now. I'm talking about MMOs. You start at level 1, you choose your class, you go play the game, you level up, you do all that right now. They already have it out.
They have a Sword Art
ago.
one that's coming out, but I just feel like they're not there yet. Like how long till they're like there, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like they're there, right? Like, because
you know what I'm scared of, though?
That's what I'm playing, dude.
What's up?
I'll tell you what I'm scared of. I'm scared of the time where keyboard and mouse, that whole setup is like completely outdated.
Obsolete.
It's seen as like ancient, obsolete technology. I promise you, it will come.
Yep.
And that's all we know. We've been fucking raised since little children using that setup, and we're gonna seem like the biggest fucking boomers ever because we use mice.
We probably
and keyboard.
will be.
No,
we'll probably
really
be like 55, 60 years old when that happens.
The thing about VR is that
Bro,
the kids play that shit, and they're so much faster at everything, and they have more energy. They have more. They can move longer than us, stamina, all that shit. But also, it's gonna be like the new consoles, like how we grew up on consoles and phased out consoles into PCs, and now we're like, phasing out.
Okay, here's
people
here's
play consoles.
I'm multiverse ready, bro. I need some Ready Player One. You still wearing that shirt, Sarthe? That right there. I need that.
Scourge just put it in chat right now. How if there was a brain chip that was like virtual reality enabled, right? Like you just you can go pay for a surgery for a chip in your brain, right? That you can upgrade over time, right? Let's say it's like a GPU, right? You can upgrade it, and it's like giga neuralink straight into the VR universe, right? Is that something you would be down for?
I would live in.
Is it safe?
I don't have kids anymore.
Let's say that it's as safe. Let's say it's as safe as like plastic surgery.
Yeah, full send. Let's go.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting it, bro.
I think I would do it too.
Full send.
Yo, sign me up, man. I'm living another world.
You can sign me up for the alpha for that, where shit might really go wrong, bro. I just need that immediately.
Bro, imagine the porn.
A Lutheran. Bro, have you done VR? Hey, yo, have you VR porn before, bro?
Yeah, of course I have. Well, come on, bro. Look at me.
Is it?
I'm not talking
about. Yo, I'm not talking about Pornhub. I'm talking about like you went and paid. There's like a porn site there.
No, I have no idea what that's
specifically for VR, bro. No. Yeah, when I say VR porn, it's not like Pornhub looking at it. It's literally porn made for people in VR headsets, and it's crazy.
Oh yeah, I saw a demo of that. GDC.
Yeah,
San
bro,
Francisco.
it's dope. Do it. I'm talking. You can literally.
Wait, there was a demo of that at GDC.
Yeah, in GDC, there was that Gold's Club strip club in San Francisco. They had a VR event there, and they actually had the porn stars like Riley Reid, Asakura. All those people were actually there. And then you would get in line. You have to wait like an hour, and you put this headset on.
Okay.
Yeah, you put this headset on, and they're just like fucking topping you off, and they're like in the VR.
Okay, that is literally the grossest shit ever though, because you're putting on the same headset that somebody else just took off.
Yeah. And
they're all like forehead sweating and like weird shit. I don't know.
Well, they wipe it down usually at VR places. They have like every time you uses it, they wipe it down. Someone, Classic Ghost said, then they put ads in the Neuralink.
Oh, okay. If there were ads,
they would.
Bro, that's next level advertising.
That's the thing too. Like if like the VR like or AR like augmented reality like link that chip or went into your brain, like straight up you'd be walking and like ads would just be popping up, and like it is the reality of the world, and fuck that.
Yo, can I give a huge shout out
Don't
to
send me no ads.
Statics
Bro, I
is
was
in the
just
chat
thinking
right
that,
now.
bro. Statics. Big
Statics is in the. I love Statics, man.
Big
It's been a long time.
Statics.
It's been a long time, Statics.
Yo, what up,
we miss
Statics?
you.
What have you been doing, Statics? What have
He's
you been
done
doing?
with his master's degree, I'm pretty sure.
No,
Jesus.
PhD.
Smart ass fucking.
Man, Statics is incredible. Wonderful human being. Big shout outs to Statics, guys. I hope he comes back to streaming one time soon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Screw ads, man.
if
That's
we
all I
want
gotta
to,
say.
yeah, fuck ads, bro, for real. Okay. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to Twitter very much, but there's this thing with the Twitch is doing, right? They're offering a lot of money right now for ad placement,
they
right?
are.
So let's say 9 minutes per hour nets you about 40 grand over the course of a month, right? 9 minutes of ads per hour that you stream. Would you do it? Yes or no?
I mean, yeah, it's 40 grand. Duh. 40 grand?
That's a
I'm
lot
sorry,
of
did you-
money, bro.
Did
Yeah.
you say $40,000 a
Uh-huh.
month to run 9-minute ads? You're goddamn right. I am.
But if
would
you're
do
at
it.
that size that they're offering that much money, it would be you're
And
probably
they wouldn't
making
even
more
give a
just
fuck.
from
Yeah, I don't think it affects you as much. But I think that there is a definite life-changing amount of money being incentivized right now.
Well, it depends on who you
Um,
are.
No,
depending on who
it
you
also
are, right?
because
Yeah.
me and Sarthe talk about it a lot, and we talked about it a lot recently. Because I don't run ads, and he's always ran them pretty much.
Mhm.
And if you don't run them, your price goes down. They don't
Yeah.
start getting. And then like mine used to be really high, and then I was like, I'm not running ads. And then now it's been like what 3 months, I think, maybe like
Mhm.
it was like 3 or 4 months, and I still haven't. And now I'm like, you know what? I'll look into it. Let me see how much it is now, and it's drastically more down compared to like how
Yeah.
Sarthe is, and he's been running it. And then
Dude.
so what you have to do is do them. Like I
Yeah.
would have to run them tonight or this month, and then the next month it goes back up.
Yeah.
And then
I think it
it's
was just
60 or
this
200.
month they juiced it up this month
Yep,
super
to
hard
every-
for
yep.
a lot of people, and it was kind of crazy
It's
because
all over
I looked
Twitter,
at
too.
mine. It was like, yo, do 6 minutes of ads for this much, and I was like, fuck.
So
I mean, I
saw
would have nobody
Twitter-
watching me. I'd have nobody watching me, but like I would make like 3 times what I would have made anyways with
I
everybody
like
watching,
to think
right?
that the core of your community would understand if you were upfront and honest and said, hey, this is how much money they're offering to pay me. This is like the things I could do with that money. Like this is how much of a life-changing event it could be. And like, I'm just gonna, it's 30 days, right? It's 30 days. I'm just gonna run the ads.
The thing is, it's just gonna go up more next month. That's the whole point of
If
it. And also,
I think it's off of average viewership or maybe even top
Yeah.
viewership.
It's not-
It's probably a million
it's how much
factors
it's
that go
hours
into it.
streamed. It's mainly on your hours too, because that's what
Mhm.
they want you to be streaming more. That's why you do it.
Right.
But the thing, it's not about your core people liking it. That's true, but it's not about, you can't live up to core people liking it, because that's not. You don't know if your
Yeah.
core's 50 to 100. It's not 500. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You can tell by when you're playing Overwatch or when we're playing whatever the hell else. You know what I mean? So we have to be really careful with that.
Yeah.
That's why
I
don't
would
give a
like to
shit
see
about it.
large creators though that get the thousands and thousands, like tens of 20s of thousands of dollars offered. I would like to see them do that, and then if they're gonna take the stance of like, I'm gonna tell everyone how much they offered me and then laugh it and say I'm never gonna do it, right? I would like to see them just do it and like donate that money to charity or something. You know
There's
what I mean?
people already doing that. I watch people who every 15 minutes I have like 5 ads back to back. I don't watch them long, obviously, but there's people that happens to all the time. That's 6 to 9 minutes. There was people
Yeah.
on Twitter. It's like the highest that there was like 12,000. It was a big view. He was like 10K average, I think, viewers. He was like 10,000.
Well, that one dude
month.
from OTK
10,000
got
a
offered
month.
$44,000.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
44,000. It was 44,000 at
Who was it,
OTK.
Bruce?
Yeah,
I can't remember
Zach
who it was.
posted about it, so I don't know who got it though.
Yeah.
But like, $44,000 for 6 minutes of ads. Hello, bro. Give me fucking 44K, man.
Yeah.
Give me that. Slurp it
You
up.
just have to
man.
like. I feel like I get off my. I stand up away. I walk away enough to where I can get away with like 30 seconds a minute. But I feel like
Yeah.
6, 7. That's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, okay,
Well,
so
I mean, I guess it not, because if you're subbed, you don't. I keep forgetting if you're subbed. you
yeah,
don't get
that's
ads,
true.
right?
So Stuck in the Sky brought up a good point in chat. They said, I don't think if you need to disclose the amount, your money's your business. And I agree.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that the large creators that are tweeting the money, like they're disclosing the amount in the effort to take some kind of moral high ground to like high road and make them seem like they're better people because they're going to decline it and not give their viewers ads.
Because they already have the money.
They have the money. I
Yeah,
think
I would rather have
realistically
them
though,
do
They
it
can
and
afford that.
donate that money
Yeah.
to charity or something.
if
you
they're
know,
offering you 40,000, you're probably at that size where you're making like consistently that amount.
Yeah,
a
he
month,
doesn't need
right?
that money.
Yeah, it's like you're chilling, dude. Your
They're
other
getting
shit is capping way harder, dude. Losing viewership because of people leaving for the ads 6 minutes of ads every hour would be more of a loss than it would be a gain. It's
Yeah.
like, I mean, Twitch is smart about this shit too. Like they're offering ridiculous
They know what
amounts because
they're
they're trying to shove this shit down and make Twitch profitable. They're like, yo, here,
Well, yeah,
everybody
that's the
run a
thing is
million
Twitch
ads.
has like never been profitable.
ever,
right?
ever.
Also,
No.
how many times have you seen an ad and clicked it, and it was like, "Yo, I'm
Never,
getting this."
not once ever.
On Twitch specifically, Twitch.
Literally not
done it-
once.
I've
in my
done it
entire
elsewhere
life.
Instagram's
before.
got
I
me,
really
dude.
had-
Instagram's got me before, you know?
But Instagram they go off your SEO though, right? So they know what you want.
Yeah,
to
I've
see.
bought
Yeah.
off
But
Instagram
Twitch
ads,
does not. It'll be like a
Twitch.
tampon commercial. Which shout out to the ladies out there, but it'll be like a tampon ad. Remember the one that was a tampon ad for like 6 months straight? It was the only ad you got.
I mean, it's got to be hard though, right? If you're an advertiser and you're going to Twitch as a platform to advertise to like target demographics, it's got to be hard to sort streamers into these demographics because streamers are kind of like independent contractors. They do what they want when they want to. They show some patterns and tendencies, but that might change the very next day. It's got to be hard for Twitch to decide like which streamers get which advertisements.
I think there's some kind of
right?
formula they have on a bot or something. And
Yeah,
it just
probably.
Yeah,
it
it's
goes through
definitely
that
an
formula
algorithm
and just-
that-
yeah.
Yeah.
Like off of like what you tend to play also, or like they'll go to like, oh, if it's a just chatting stream, they'll label you as like friendly for nothing because you could be in a fucking hot tub.
Yeah. All right. So we veered quite a bit of ways away from WoW, and this is what I
That
encourage
was all
on F's in
WoW.
chat. Yeah.
That was all WoW.
This is kind of the point of F's in chat, you guys. This is what I want the future of F's in chat to be. I want it to just be like derailed conversation that's still interesting, right? And I want more chat participation as well. So if you have an opinion on anything that we're talking about, if you guys type it in chat, we're gonna read it. Not saying we can acknowledge every single person's opinion, but if there's something that sticks out and it's really good, it's good, right?
Yeah.
Does Kargoz still stream? Yes, just not when you've been online. Let's talk World of Warcraft for a second. I do have a question for you guys.
Yeah, I've heard of that game.
But I want a broad overview of how you've been enjoying Wrath of the Lich King since the launch.
Ooh.
Just give me like a scale out of 10.
I'm gonna compare it to TBC.
Okay? So you started
that's
us
a
off,
good
Kargs.
call.
Let's hear it.
I'm gonna compare it to TBC, bro. I'm gonna compare Phase 1 TBC and the totality of what it meant to play Phase 1 TBC versus Phase 1 Wrath. I put like Wrath at like a 9 out of 10. Phase 1 TBC at like a 4 out of 10. I don't even know if that makes sense, but I'm enjoying Wrath a lot, dude. It's like there's so many creature comforts in it. I think it's like all the classes and specs just seem like really, really fun, man. Like all the buttons to play. Like Arena feels great, man. I'm loving it right now.
I'm glad we have an arena player in here because we just did a podcast on Sarthe and Crix's streams about Wrath of the Lich King, and I think you guys do a really good job of covering the PvE content and like the PvE front, but it's cool to have someone that actually knows a lot about arena here too, because Kargoz is an arena grinder.
Yeah, I've been playing all the brackets and stuff, and they all have their own little metas and stuff, but it feels like there's a lot more diversity. Just you face a lot of different team comps, and I love the personal rating system. Holy shit!
Can you explain that?
So
I started,
nice, dude.
I started
It's so
PvPing
nice.
yesterday, and I'm so confused about it. Can you explain it to me? What changed? What
Okay,
that
the
means?
TLDR is you can before how it worked in TBC. First of all, it
Yeah.
cost me to make an arena team, and you had to, I don't know, twos was like like 100 gold.
I think it's 40 gold per person.
I remember TBC. I did some TBC.
Yeah, so you had to
Yeah.
spend money on a charter, fly out to fucking Negrand, sign it, turn it in. You start at 0 MMR and you have to climb your way up. And like the first like 30 games or so are just like kind of
Basement.
calibration type games that like you just roll over the other team and it's not that like interesting or whatever. Then you finally get up to your rating that you kind of are at, and then you grind through it. And then you're stuck with that person on the team, right? You can only have one.
Oh yeah.
You're part of. So you're part of 1 2's team, 1 3's team, 1 5's team. There was all types of weird little finesse tricks you could do to kind of game the system and like park your team on another character and rejoin later and skew the MMR in weird ways. All that shit is out the window now. How it is in Wrath right now, if you want to play, you just invite your buddy, press the Q button. That's it. No teams, absolutely nothing.
There's no teams at all now.
Yeah, you just queue up.
You just have a rating, dude, and you can just play with anybody. Like, because like I play with Brand. He's my twos partner, right? But he doesn't play that much, right? Like he doesn't want to burn out for Wrath, and he's like trying to take it a little bit easy. And like we pumped Giga hard in TBC for a couple seasons, and we were queuing all day every day. He's not doing that these days in Wrath, which is okay because I can just queue with random people, and it's not like I'm griefing our team rating that we worked hard to get up. It's just my own rating. So the end result is you're just playing with more people. It's faster. There's no cost associated with these things as well. And you can't like just keep throwing, like you can't just delete your team and go with a new guy and like kind of boost them up as easily as well with like a fresh team.
Your team is like super high rated and just boost someone up really fast.
Yeah. And there's other aspects of Arena that are really fun right now. You can get Arena points. You can get 50 per day, just like outside of reset. And it kind of gives you something to do during the random BG and the quest BG. It feels like the points aren't as, it's not as like stifling, the points. Like they come easier, and you're gonna easily be able to afford everything in the season, man. It's not like in TBC. You could go the entirety of the season in TBC and not really get your whole set in a good time, man. It just took forever. It would take like 2 weeks to get one piece, right? And then you have all of those pieces you have to get. And if you don't have access to good fives or whatever, I'm rambling.
I know that
fives is where fives you just get such easy points too. It's so nice, dude. You get like 1,000 points for being like 1,000 rated in fives. It's like so easy to just like get up there and then just like every week slowly grind up a little bit more and a little bit more.
The honor grind is like the honor grind is like really easy too. It feels like I've been doing
you
it
just
past
log
couple
into
days of
Wintergrass.
PvP. Well, no, you can't just do that. But I mean, if you're actually hard farming it, you need to go do the actual stuff to get more honor. And then the Stone Keeper shard conversion is like insane. Turn in like 900 Stone Keeper shards.
Yeah,
you get a ton of honor from it. You can spend all your Valor, which most classes don't need Valor that much. Like Warlocks only need one piece of Valor.
Yeah,
like all your other Valor can go straight into the PvP gear. It's like it took like no time to get geared up.
I love it. That's what I'm saying. You have so much more control of getting the gear. It's so much more accessible. You can get alts up and actually be able to PvP with them. It is just so much more fun. And to be fair to TBC, like, TBC, they learned from TBC and they switched the system, right? So maybe if you did TBC with similar systems with personal rating and they had, the ability to, they had the, what do they call it, mercenary mode or whatever, you can fight your own faction. Like, right now in Wrath, you have Wintergrass every half hour, which is Giga Honor. You have the weekly Wintergrass quest, which is Giga Honor plus the
crazy
shards
honor,
that stuff is fun too, doing those weekly quests. Then you have daily quest and random BG to get 50 arena points per day. It's insta queue, insta pop BGs of any BG really, because it's it's mercenary mode or whatever. You can level your alts in BGs pretty quick too. I don't know if you tried that. If you ever queued
AV was so juice,
yeah, dude. That
especially
shit was
during
like
the weekend.
10% a game, bro. Fast games. Right now it's EOTs called arms. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 6-7% per game or whatever, and you're just doing PvP and you fucking hit 80 and you're honor capped and buy some gear. I love it, dude. I'm fucking loving it right now.
So, okay, give me a 1 to 10, Crix and Sarthe, on your phase 1 Wrath of the Lich King. Maybe compared to TBC if you won. I know Kargoz just did. We know where he stands.
Yeah. Crix, you can go first.
I can't compare it to TBC because I played a lot of TBC before it came out, so I was burnt out already. So, but I'm having a lot of fun. I haven't been able to play, but I actually really haven't been able to play too much. I've been really busy with a lot of stuff, but I'm still having a lot of fun. I feel like I'm just now starting a PvP. I want to go level alt, and then I was like, nah, I want to go do BGs. And then the BGs are fun. And then I'm like, I like super fun. And then I'm Destro on BGs clapping, and I'm like, okay, this is fun. I want to do this in Arena. So now I've just been hard farming to do Arena, and I'm just excited for everything Kargoz. That just excited me even more because I was already excited, and I completely forgot about the personal rating thing. I knew there was personal rating, but I didn't know what that's why I asked them what it meant. Because I didn't even do fives. Someone's like, do fives for points. I was like, yeah, I don't want to worry about finding a team and all that. So I literally forgot about it. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Fives is like so easy to get points in if you just like group up with like a guild group every week. Like you just grab 5 people or 4 people, right? Like you're just like be the end of the week and just be like anyone I want to like just do a quick 10 games.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I still have alts level. I still got a lot. I got a lot to play, bro. I'm far. The people who are already burnt out, it blows my mind. But
so would you say you're in a solid like 7 or 8 out of 10?
Let's say like I'm at a 9 probably.
All right, Okay, 9 out of 10.
I mean, the raids
good.
are I like the raids. We had fun. We got World 4th. I got my titles. We got, Immortal last night. I like my guild. I'm way more than I am in TBC. The launch was different. TBC was like me trying to get my foot in the door a little bit. And now I'm kind of like, I'm comfortable. I'm cozy. I'm at home and I'm just trying to get better every week and
hell yeah,
vibe out hard as I can.
I'll just say one thing. When I was playing TBC a lot and we were preparing for it and we were drinking the Kool-Aid for TBC Giga, I was thinking to myself, like, while we were playing TBC, we heard of Warmane. Like, Warmane had a TBC server on it as well, but they were mainly known for their Wrath of the Lich King, like 3.35, like, community, right? And while we were playing TBC, I was thinking to myself, man, these fucking Papagas, they're playing Wrath for, like, the last 10 years straight. That's all they play. They didn't touch Classic. They didn't touch TBC. What are these guys on, dude? This is some, like, weirdo, like, behavior right now. Now I understand, dude. I understand why people love 3.35 and like why they like the game is like very, very replayable and like it's a pretty fun meta. I get it now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of dude, and I don't know, dude. Even when I went to Kargoz' house for this trip, that's my trip started like a few days earlier by going to his house and hanging out with him in Tactics, and just seeing him just arena it out, all that the comms you guys had all the time, just the fact that he's just literally always in Discord. And it was just like, it made it even more at home, It's like having two homes. I love it. It's a lot of fun, bro. I feel bad for people who aren't going to play. And for people who are getting bored, do play something. Try, unless you really, really don't want to play something else, but it's a lot of fun, man. But I get it if you're just like, if you only want to play one class, and I get it, but
I'm genuinely
only want to
interested.
play one thing, right?
So I'm setting a poll up so chat can vote on if they like TBC or Wrath Phase 1 better.
I
think Phase 1 is going to feel really long for a lot of people because of the whole Nax thing, right? Like Crix didn't do Nax back in the day. I don't know how much you guys did, Winky and Kargoz. So a lot of people did though, and so it's going to feel long solely for that reason for a lot of people, because it's one, relatively easy, very, very easy. And what up, Riley?
Let's go, Riley.
And it is like, it's something we've done before. But I think the idea of like how different the classes are makes it feel fresh. And that's what gets me excited. Like, I mean, I've got 3 fucking Death Knights, so obviously I like that. But like rogues are amazing right now, and rogues can do so many like cheeky things, like so many cheeky things. Like it's crazy. And then like, I don't know, I think every class is in a really solid spot, which makes the game more fun again.
Okay.
I think Phase 1 of TBC was the weirdest time, dude, because Karazhan was only a 10-man thing. Karazhan was pretty fun, but for like the high level PvEers, it was this thing called, it was speed kills. It was literally speed kills, and you would do like Magtheridon with like fucking 18 hunters, and you would do fucking High King Mulgar with 22 mages, 1 tank, 0 healers, and you would swap your entire comp to all hunters when you would go to fucking Gruul. It was so cringe, dude. It was so lame, but that was what the meta was. And like, I'm glad we don't live in like that is our Phase 1, and we have like heirlooms. Leveling up is really not that bad. I mean, like, leveling's never my favorite part of the game, but like, it's not bad right now, right? Like, you literally turn on rested XP and you fucking follow an arrow and zone out.
So what's your number rating, Phase 1 Wrath, out of 10?
Ooh, the best Phase 1 was Classic. Okay,
true. That is a fact.
That was 10. That was 10.
That was 10.
I was living on cloud fucking 9.
I would even say that was 10. I had a lot of fun Phase 1.
Yeah,
too.
Classic one. Damn, even Psalm
that
Phase
when
1
World
was
PvP,
good.
when World PvP opened,
Phase 2
that was crazy.
Yeah,
I would love to go. I would like to do
God.
that again at some point. I would.
Because you were on a good. So many people have the worst memories of that, and so many people have the most fond memories of just like chasing down people, hanging out in Blackrock Mountain,
Yeah, but
doing the craziest things, right?
Because there's people like us in guilds where you're doing it with your guild and you're at Blackrock Mountain with 50,050.
Yeah.
Or you're the dude who's trying to quest in that zone right now, or wherever else.
And you're just getting farmed on Reiki.
You're the dude who's leveling with your cousin, and you're just trying to in a guild with 5 people online, and it makes sense then because you can't play the game.
I think for me specifically, I actually prefer TBC Phase 1
than this.
Than Wrath. And the reason why is because 1, I did every single lockout of Nax in Classic. I'm over Nax, right? That's just how it is, right? And I think it's exactly what Sarthe was saying. Some people are just gonna be burnt on Nax, and I'm one of those people. And I said it on your podcast earlier. The only thing that I'm enjoying about Nax right now is how many different buttons my character has, and like trying to min-max my personal character and learn Shadow Priest, right? And even then, it's still kind of like, oh fuck, it's Nax again, right? So it's gonna be a long phase for me, but
isn't it like way faster now? I feel like
it's
like I
way
didn't
faster.
do Nax in Classic, I know, but
it's
it
faster.
feels like it's way faster.
It's not that much faster, though.
25 people, and is it not that much faster?
It's not that much faster.
It's definitely faster, but okay. So world record Nax back in the day was like 43:38 or something like that, right? So like now imagine with the current Nax rules where you have to kill every mob in history, like people are already doing sub 1 hour. So I think the fastest is like Senseless or something already. That's like 58 minutes. Like, yeah, it's faster. It's for sure faster. Not by like an insane
like an
amount,
hour 7.
but it's faster. Exactly. It is literally faster. Like back in the day, it was hard. You had to really try to get sub 1 hour. That was like a level of like your guild is really good. There's like one guild per server maybe that was like sub 1 hour, you know?
Yep.
So
to be honest, like coming from just going through this whole process in Classic WoW, right? Going through Nax and all that.
Yeah.
Going through it again, it actually really makes me appreciate how much work we put into our characters on Classic to make Nax possible. Because some of the polls that we're doing that we're just AoEing down now used to be like very stressful polls, and people would get pissed if they lost a world buff, and like it actually makes me respect.
You over aggro
40 people too.
Yeah,
you over aggro, dude. There's so many times where I would literally accidentally over aggro in a GDKP on the first pull in Patchwork Wing and lose all my world buffs that I literally took forever to do, and I was alliance, so I had to get mind controlled for fucking War Chief's blessing, and I was like, this sucks. Yeah, I'm done. You know.
But then, wouldn't you just have to wait a little bit longer on threat?
No, because it's not even that. It's like if your tank forgets to FAP on the A bombs and mill or in
your tank didn't FAP because
like you're fucked. Just like you're fucked. Someone dies, right? Yeah. There's a lot of little things, right? But we don't worry about those little things anymore. We just run in, we AoE shit down, and we kill the bosses.
Nax is just a great raid, though. I think it has very high replayability compared to other ones because it kind of like has these quarters that you reset back to the middle. It feels very.
You say that, Kargoz, though, but after doing it every single week for the last phase of Wrath or the last phase of Vanilla, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, for sure. But it comes back
to me.
On
one character? I was on like
Molten
4.
Core,
yeah.
But now my diminishing return has gone away on Molten Core. I could go in and slap some Molten Core right now and have a great time. But like, it's just a fun raid. It's a mixture of cleave fights, single target fights. It's just like a comfy.
It's a good class fight.
I like when content is easy too, bro. Like I'm not one of those built diff raiders who enjoy like the fucking 100 wipes that it takes to progress through a boss and kill a boss. I kind of like getting it done, getting the value out of your lockout, clearing it efficiently. I enjoy that a lot. You know, right now it's we're getting stuff done in 2 hours, just everything, and it's enjoyable, man.
I might sound weird because to go back to my original point of like why I like TBC more, other than the just fact that we're in Nax right now, I actually liked how difficult TBC heroics were in phase 1 of TBC.
Really?
I enjoyed that. That was fun for me. And Karazhan's my favorite raid of all time in World of Warcraft. So while that is current content, I was living the dream, dude. I loved Karazhan in phase 1.
You got flying for your first time too?
Yeah, you got flying. There's a lot of cool stuff. I mean,
when you got flying for your first time, hit different in TBC.
I enjoy playing my class right now way more in Wrath, right?
Yeah, I started TBC with a warlock for the guild, and I'm gonna go ahead and say I like Wrath a lot more because
but I think
for that reason, I leveled like 3 rogues in the first week. Also, never played them past like week 3.
I'm gonna give Wrath phase 1 though a solid 7 out of 10, and it would be an 8 out of 10 if it had random dungeon finder. Maybe even a 9 out of 10.
I'm curious about that choice, but whatever.
Yeah,
I guess.
Same. I think we're kind of over the point of talking about it, but
yeah.
I was telling Bob and Mel on the Warcraft Reloaded podcast. I was doing it with Crix the other day, and I was like, "You guys, like during this podcast, I'm fishing, right? I could be doing dungeons right now. Like I could just queue up and heal dungeons right now if the rate, because it's the ease of use that I'm looking for, right? Like I just want to log
Yeah,
in.
you could just zone
I
out
don't
and do
necessarily
it.
care if it's a suboptimal group or someone's a dick or whatever. I just want to log in, queue up, get my badges for the day, whatever, dude. Like
Yeah, do like one down every day.
yeah.
Another like complaint they had going into Wrath, or like concern, because I played a bit of the Warmane. They had some like fresh before Wrath came out. I forgot what it was called already, but like I was concerned that the itemization would be a lot more boring compared to Classic, because it seemed like tanks, like threat wasn't an issue, and you would just stack all these like really straightforward tanking pieces, and that it was going to be kind of sleeper, all the itemization. But that's turning out not to be the case, man. There's a lot of cool finesse. I love raiding with those fucking speed boots. I love the NG shit, like the different options you have for glove
nice, dude.
and belts and the cobalt shit. I love how cheap Serenite bombs are.
Oh man, me too, bro.
Bro, engineering is so broken right now.
Dude,
It
with
is
the bombs,
it's
when I
always
first made
been- it
those
always
boxes
has
of
been.
bombs, dude. I was so happy.
JC is real fun too, bro. The fatty gems. Who loves fatty gems, bro?
I'm JC, yeah, I'm with you.
They look.
You were hustling. You were hustling, right? When I went down there, he was hustling those gyms, making the Serenite Shuffle or something they call it.
Yeah, I probably
rogues,
made like 40, 50K, yeah.
rogues are enjoying phase 1 a lot
40,
right now.
50K.
You can go deep if you're a rogue
Damn.
player right now. You can go deep, bro. You can get deep in the like.
Yeah, that's
rogues
like,
have
I
so
love
many
it,
options,
dude.
man.
What?
Just
Rogue's
there's
gear
so many
and
cool
weapon,
things
Rogue's
to
gear
do.
and weapon swapping, dude. The min maxing of Rogue is getting me super fucking excited. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm getting really excited for Rogue.
Yeah, rogues are fun as hell.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool stuff in Wrath. You know what's crazy about Wrath too is that I'm noticing this now because the last time I played Wrath was when it was live, right? Live retail Wrath, right?
Yeah.
And I was a dumbass. I didn't know what I was doing at all, right? But
Yeah.
bis lists are so just wide open, dude. Other than a few key pieces that are like very clearly bis, you can basically make your bis list completely different from someone else's in your raid and still be doing just as well as other people. Like there's so many optional bis items.
Yeah, it's like you don't actually have to go for like the bis anymore.
Yeah.
Although people do, obviously, because that's like their thing. But it's like things are actually legitimately close. You know, it's like that's almost the exact same thing.
Yep. Especially for Shadow Priest, from what I've noticed, is like there are so many options depending on which piece of gear you're getting your hit from. Makes a huge factor in the rest of your gearing, right? So like if you get that one item that gets you most of the hit that you need, then you're just like, okay, now it's wide open. I can really get upgrades anywhere and in between. And it can be actually pretty hard to decide like what to even roll on when it drops.
Gearing is so fun now because so much loot drops in Nax. It's crazy. So much that loot actually drops from these raids. It's bananas.
I agree. I love the BOEs too. All the different items that you can buy on the auction house right now are actually pretty powerful. Like all the Darkmoon cards have their own little niche uses. I love like some of the trinkets and stuff, like that bell. The Jetza bell is awesome for PvP. You have like the illusion card. The fact that you can use double trinket in PvP now with like human makes things like even more interesting. Like
Human racial is crazy.
Yeah, things you can run little combos. It's just quality, bro. Like if you're a human, you just have a trinket and rating too. Like, you know what I mean? You can.
People were talking so much shit on us because we wanted to roll humans for PvP, and like, I get it. Like, I understand. Like, Zarant brought up a good point. We were talking to him like a long time ago, and he said like, it doesn't really matter. Like, you know, you don't get good enough trinkets to offset not using a PvP trinket until like phase 2 or 3 anyway. Dude, I use my human racial like.
Bro,
5 times an hour, bro. Like literally, there's
raid and everything.
Something for me to use it on all the time. Right?
In raid and everything, bro. I swear to God, that's I use it all the
and
time.
I'm-
I
and
just
we're
said
on
this
a-
the other day in chat.
We're
I was
on
like,
a,
yo,
like
I
an
always-
actual balanced PvP server, right? So I'm in open world PvP
yeah.
all the time. When I was leveling in Stranglethorn, I won 90% of fights because of the human racial, right?
It's broken, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is insanely strong. But for the first time ever, Horde have like objectively stronger racials for speedruns, so that's gonna be an interesting thing.
True. You're still doing the Horde thing, right? So you just
Yeah, for the most part.
Sad,
but like
bro.
for like say for like the Undying challenge tomorrow, the like Blizzard speedrun, for the sake of it not being competitive.
Tell people what that is real quick.
Oh yeah, so
Just in
tomorrow,
case they haven't heard of it yet.
Blizzard is finally doing their first ever official speed run, and it's tomorrow 10 a.m. PST. Tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday, and which is 3 p.m. Eastern, 19 CET, and so it's Progress versus Space Force. And just because it is an exhibition and not like necessarily like giga competitive, like it's not like this is the first test, right? So it's not actually putting someone like a super try hard. Everyone's like trying to min max insanely hard. That's the reason why Progress is actually still staying as Alliance. Because if not, if we were at like because it's on a tournament realm, if not, if this was like a serious tournament, every guild would go Horde, without a doubt. No matter what, you would have to. Every guild would go Horde in a very serious tournament. Every guild would be Horde because
at the risk of sounding like an idiot, what is it? Is it just Berserking and Blood Fury being a DPS increase?
Bro, it's just troll racial, undead, unholy DK. Troll racial, unholy DK. That's it. That's
really?
flat out.
Can you explain how that works? Like, what's the interaction?
It's the gargoyle, right?
Yeah. So your gargoyle and your army of the dead both snapshot off your attack power and haste. And troll racial just instantly gives you what, 30% haste, 20% haste.
That's absurd.
I'm blanking right now. And so you can just literally, no matter what, snapshot that into your gargoyle, which actually does on boss fights like 50% of your damage. It's stupid. I was telling you earlier, Winky, on our podcast that I literally did 10,000 DPS on my Exna yesterday or this week. I was web wrapped the entire fight. I did 10,000 DPS because I got my snapshot off, and in the middle of snapshotting my Army of the Dead, I get the first web wrap, and then I was just stuck in it.
That's absurd.
10k DPS. I did number one on that in my.
That's absurd. Raid. So just for people who don't know, because people that watch my channel might not be the same kind of min maxers that even play WoW still to this day, or even most of them hardcore players as well. Snapshotting is when you stack a lot of your buffs. And then you use an ability, and while your buffs are peaked, the ability you use saves that number and carries it out for the length of that ability. So an easy way to look at it is like Shadow Word Pain for a Shadow Priest, right? Pop all your trinkets, you have a higher amount of spell power. Your Shadow Word Pain will be rolling that amount of spell power for the entire fight.
Shadow Pain snap off of, is it crit also? Or?
Yeah, it's crit.
Crit.
A good example of it is the term snapshot. Like if you can imagine
a literal picture.
Literal picture, yeah. Like the game, as soon as you press Corruption, or Corruption and Shadow Word Pain both do the exact same thing. As soon as I press Corruption, the game takes a picture of my stats, specifically your crit percentage and your damage modifiers, right? Like Curse of Elements, that 13%. Something that gives you bonus damage or negative damage as well. Like slow, like the Hagen slow thing that you get. If you were to put a dot up there, that shit is there forever with whatever the stats are. And it takes a picture of it, and it'll stay on that corruption or that dot until the dot runs out.
Mm-hmm. So a good example of like a good time to snapshot would be like Lotheb, right? When you put up your dots as a warlock, and then you get your spore buff, you put them up again, right?
Yeah.
Or Thaddeus is a big one. When you notice Thaddeus has different stacks of damage he gives you. This is one thing that people slip on. The stacks of damage that go up there, it'll be like 10 stacks or 11 stacks. Sometimes it goes to 12 and 13 stacks. That's more too. You would snap it.
Not for me though, because that doesn't apply to Unholy Decay.
Yeah. So it's cool. So I know that the Horde are just kind of like OP in terms of
it's actually it's very strong. The racials are actually for once like an actual legitimate difference. Like back in Classic, in Blackwing Lair and Molten Core originally, actually Horde racials are better. Like Horde racials are just undoubtedly better. Not by like a ridiculous amount. So the Alliance guilds won most of the races. I think Onslaught actually had world record at the end.
Well, Alliance had Paladins,
MC.
which is just unfair.
No. Paladins don't outscale, like Kings and stuff doesn't outscale until AQ. Until AQ, it does not outscale. I figured
Salvation would be the big one because you can open earlier, right?
No, any good tank never would have an issue.
Oh, okay.
Every Horde had higher potential, but then you actually looked at Warcraft logs, and the top runs were by Alliance.
Only because of the guilds playing, right? Onslaught was the only serious Horde guild playing back in original like Classic. early on, and they actually won. I think they won the phase. I think they won Molten Core phase.
Onslaught never won. Nah, Onslaught never won. I was rooting for Onslaught. I was a big Onslaught fan because I was on Skyrim too. But then they always got beat out by like Progress and all the they were just like rank 1 NA.
I think they had one phase where they ended up maybe not.
or something.
But nonetheless, horde ratio is stronger the first 2 phases. Even with until you get rank 14 weapons, then it like gets closer. But like that's a week and a half into BWL. But even then, horde ratios are slightly stronger in OG Classic. It was just everyone rolled all of the like best guilds, the best players rolled Alliance, and like that mattered more. But now it might be a little bit of a tip of the scales. We'll have to see. But like realistically, Unholy DKs, especially this phase where Unholy DK is probably going to be the meta to stack. It's probably going to be a horde thing. And everyone's, all of the top guilds are very conscious of it.
Do you follow any other speedrunning communities, Sarthe?
I don't, other than Mythic Plus, but I haven't in a minute for Mythic Plus. I used to follow it very closely.
I had this discussion with Calamity the other day. It's about, so typically in speedrunning communities, they have these things called TAS runs, which are tool-assisted speedruns, right? And it's somebody that programs a computer to be the absolute perfect speedrunner, right? And they go pixel by pixel, frame by frame, and they program these speedruns just to see like how broken it can typically be in the perfect environment of like if everything goes right, all the RNG, everyone is moving pixel perfect, frame perfect, right?
Yeah.
I wonder how fast like a Nax speedrun would be in a 25-man if someone tool assisted like pixel perfect, frame perfect. Every patrol that is walking, right, is perfectly where it needs to be. Everything's perfect GCD, like 100%. I bet you they could get it under 30 minutes.
Oh, I think we might.
I think it'll be.
Maybe that's bold to say.
At the end of the phase, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, because
I think so.
We
have to see how bad this really is, though.
Have
you seen her run with the new rules yet?
No. So we have the new rules, which require you to kill everything in the world, which makes no sense.
Just a bunch of trash requirements, right?
No sense to me whatsoever.
Stuff that you normally would not even get in a run, and you're not even skipping. Just a normal casual guild wouldn't go way over there to get this, like, skitter or whatever.
Yeah, but I do think that now we have rocket boots, right? Which is just all the time. You could be swapping boots, so you're moving a lot faster. Aspect of the pack is raid wide, moving a lot faster. Swiftness of Zanza is like the best consumable in the entire game ever for speedruns, moving a lot faster. So I think we're gonna have some fast runs, man.
So people are still Zanza potting, right?
It's the best. It's the best consumable. It's the best buff for speed runs
with flasks and like at all, right?
I'd rather be faster.
Guardian.
Yeah.
You can put a what's it called, like a depths on or something with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's required usually.
Like eventually, like once you get to like Saffron or the boss, whoever you're taking on before Saffron, like maybe it's Thaddeus or whatever, you swap to Flask, right? But like by that time, you've ran there's a lot of distance to be carried out throughout this raid. Naxxramas is a pretty decently widely spread out raid. So to reduce time by increasing movement speed is pretty much going to end up being like one of the largest gains in time.
Let's look at phase 2 then, though. Let's look at Ulduar, right? Like, is Ulduar going to be a required 100% clear for a speedrun, or can you skip, or what's the can you do anything crazy in Ulduar, right? Like,
are
there even people that speedrun it because there's like a fucking flame leviathan?
No, it's gonna be interesting
nobody
to
was
see
speedrunning
what the speedrun rules will be. That's the thing. It's just like you have to wait until like private servers weren't really about speedruns ever, right? But like the classic community is very, very huge on it. It'll be interesting to see what Warcraft Logs decides the speedrun rules are. Like, will the speedrun start right after Flame Leviathan? Because Flame Leviathan's kind of lame. Do you need to do all hard modes? Like, a lot of people have a lot of opinions on it.
The lights.
Yeah. I don't think anything can really be said until we see. And then what's going to be the meta? Like, honestly, the Warriors might become the meta early on if the gear skills really hard. It's going to be really hard to see. It's
Okay.
you can't really predict it yet. There's not enough information.
The speedrunning community in WoW is just so different than any other game ever. It's crazy how it works. I guess it's just like the nature of an MMO, right?
Well, it's the only way you can speedrun it, right? Yeah, it's only kind of like
yeah,
competition
genre
you
that can
have.
speedrun like that, you know?
Yeah. It's just strange.
Let's just flip the thing and do like boss parses, but like guild parses. You know how there's like what is it? Kill times on certain bosses, just bosses.
That's
be
all.
cool.
That's
Yeah,
all
that'd be
Unholy
cool,
PKs also.
Right? Yeah.
I'd like to see like
R.I.P. everyone else.
overall guild parse. That'd be cool, actually.
It'd be warlocks and DKs everywhere. All you need.
Yeah, and then now rogues. Rogues are just crazy too.
Yeah, rogues are dope as fuck, dude. It
Rogues
makes
are
me
pretty
want to
dope.
play my rogue. I see Calamity says just be like any other speedrun community and have all percent and any percent
Yeah.
because trash requirements suck. Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. I mean, we even experienced that. Remember when we did Dungeon Cleave, Sarthe?
Mm-hmm.
And like people were complaining big time about the stealth groups that
About
were skipping all
skipping,
trash.
yeah.
And it's like, well, we had to see it before we could make a ruling on it, right? Like
Yeah,
we had to see what the possibilities were of like how does this affect it, right?
exactly. And like how can people get around things, right? Like how can people, like, we don't know if people are willing to like skip everything. I mean, realistically, the WoW community is going to do everything they can to get out of having to do anything, right? So I've also indifferent about like the whole idea
Duranosaur's
of,
in chat, by the way. Shout outs to Duranosaur, our boy from Dungeon
Shout out,
Cleave.
you gorgeous man.
Yo,
Another wonderful human being, IRL friend of ours.
IRL friends for
buff
life.
ass fucking dude right there, bro.
Yeah,
You guys
that's my
remember
boy,
when
dude.
he was absolutely faded out of his mind, faded, and he has a thing in his Twitch where he has to do like what is it, upside down,
yeah, the handstand push-ups. The handstand
and he was
push-ups.
absolutely faded, and they started subbing to him, so he had to actually go do it.
Yep. I love Duranosaur, man. I think Duranosaur's. I hate to put a rating on people that I met at TwitchCon, but I think Duranosaur is in my top 2 people that I met at TwitchCon.
Other than me, I know.
Yeah. It was Duranosaur and Tommy Salami. Top 2.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I'm
sorry.
out of
sorry.
here. I quit, dude.
Yeah, the known cheater Duranosaur.
And then
shout outs to the hardcore crew. So let me talk to you about this real quick. Sorry, since Crix is kind of busy. Sarthe and Kargoz, how do you guys feel? And what do you want to see from Heroic Plus Dungeons?
Oh my god.
Because they announced them.
So
right?
excited.
But it's kind of like a thing they haven't talked much about since they said, hey, we're looking into doing this, right?
They have to do it right? And they have to do it well.
Explain what that means, though. What does doing it right and doing it well mean to you?
Okay, to me, it would be like there's a timer. You know, if they put a timer, people will have so much fun. People would have a blast. But a timer that you don't get like an advantage, like you don't get an in-game advantage for doing something, right? Like I don't want them to gatekeep it so that people that just want to like complete their new Heroic Plus struggles, right? Like that's fine. So that's like the difference between it and like Mythic Plus. You're like required to get a 15 done, even though it's my favorite aspect of the game. I like the idea of, people love the idea of being able to have something that's competitive, and just for the sake of it being competitive, like you can go in and you can do your Heroic Pluses. You can go in and like see that you're the highest ranked on the realm. Maybe you get like a challenge modes were really well accepted. Maybe you get like a cosmetic for that character, you know.
So when you say timer, you don't mean like an enraged timer that makes the instance unclearable. You just mean a stopwatch that like tracks your time.
A stopwatch just for themselves, right?
Okay.
And then also, if they do that, you have to get rid of like the stupid like you really have to get rid of like some of the fights that are just time gated. Like Ajal Narub's last boss is so lame. Like hopefully they adjust stuff like that. That's, you know, but like not a timer that enrages, not a timer that like people have to complete the raid under this amount of time, or like if you don't do it, then you don't get like loot, right? It's purely for just bragging rights, right?
Yep.
And just adding that would make like the like more like competitive community so excited that it also would trickle down to everybody in the game, right? Like if you're a casual, you can log on and be like, yeah, let's see how fast we can do it, right?
Yeah.
But like it's like, if we don't run fast, who cares, right? It doesn't help you or hurt you. But then it's like, oh, that's like a cool title or a cool mount, whatever. Like nothing like that would give you like a competitive advantage, right? You don't need to like complete like a heroic plus 10 in 2 minutes or something to get like this awesome gear that's rolled higher than anything else, right? Like a trinket or something. It would just purely be like your own personal challenges that like people could compete as, and it would be like, it would just add like another aspect of the game, because that's what people miss, right? Like your character, when you're playing the game, you've done your raids already. Now what? You can PvP. Yes, a lot of people don't PvP. What else do? You play another game or you play alts. Well, for retail, I used to just log in with my friends and straight up like we were doing with Overwatch, you just run some games, which was running keys. You just run some keys like for the sake of it, like, oh, I've got a 14, let's go do that, you know? That's all it, you know? So you can still play the game. It adds a lot to do. So I'm curious, like Kargoz, what do you think?
Yeah, I was gonna say Crix, Kargoz, what about you guys?
I have my own fucking weirdo champ thoughts like on how to make it kind of interesting, but like in all reality, I think they should just copy the success of Mythic Plus in retail, because that seems to be one of the most successful facets of retail and one of the most enjoyable things. So pretty much kind of what Sarthe said, but like I do think of weird scenarios where the dungeons are so hard that it's a different play style. Right now, everything is all about the cleave, right? It's about like movement and like pathing and getting things clumped up, and then you cleave it all down. Like it would be interesting to have like a meta of the dungeon runs where stuff hits so hard that you need to like maintain perfect CC on everything. And if shit falls out of CC even for like a couple seconds, it's like disaster. Where you're playing with finesse in that way would be like kind of interesting. Yeah, just dungeons that are super hard that actually have good rewards that make you want to do it, either for gold or for gear.
So that's another question I guess I would say is like, you can go real quick, Crix.
Well, I was going to say that I want to fix this. I think the affixes are super dope. I like the affixes.
Yeah,
and also,
yes.
like, my favorite thing about Mythic Plus was that you had to use CC in occasions to get out of stuff sometimes. Like when
if a mob was like casting something.
Yeah. When the game forces you to use your abilities instead of abilities that are just dusted off, not even on my action bars. Like those niche abilities you never would really need to use.
Here's another weird thought real quick before I forget, because I'm a goldfish. Like, I don't know if they ever did this in retail, but you could. What if there was some sort of like RBG system for like these dungeons? Like you queue up your 5-man party versus another 5-man party, and you compete
and compete
faster.
That'd be sick.
The winner gets like a superior cache of whatever it is, right? If you lose, you still get something, right? You get like a
maybe extra gold gems or whatever, something incentivizing you to be faster.
More casual players would be really upset about that. I think that sounds sick in my eyes.
It's not for casual. Like, I think they need to not think of the casuals and doing the Heroic Plus. They need to not think of them. The casuals don't give a shit about Heroic Plus, and if they do, then get on board with it. The Heroic Plus Classic needs something for us dripping sweat off my fingertips onto my keyboard. We need something that is like, yo, this is for these guys. You know what I mean? Because there has to be there's enough of us that want to do it. It doesn't need to be us literally, but there's enough tryhards or people who want to sweat, do something to learn something. That's dope. They need something.
Just need more like support to like legitimize their skill set, and like, you know, Warcraft logs, the Lumberjack website, that's kind of like all you have at the moment right now. Yeah. There's not like big organized like kind of leagues for PvE play, so it's kind of, I don't know, like it'd be kind of cool if there was like RPG type of thing where you go up and there's some sort of like skill set associated. On retail, I think it's different.
So I think that the levels to it are different, right? Like, so what Crix is saying about dripping sweat versus versus the casual gameplay when you get done with it. I imagine a world where it's just like there's a harder version of the heroic for the casual player that drops the raid loot from the previous raid tier, right? They've already announced that, right? But I would also like to see heroic plus 10, heroic plus 20, you know?
So you can go in and challenge yourself.
Yeah, so the people, it's a scalable challenge that allows you to stop at the peak of which you're done.
But
sweating,
it doesn't punish
right?
people for not doing it.
Exactly.
That's like the thing. I think they really need to like not punish people for not doing it, and like give the people that want to do it like some sort of reward that's not necessarily like like better gear, because
Yep.
then you're forced to do it, right? Then
I
everyone's forced to do
also-
it. And
Doesn't have
I
to be
mean, I'm
gear.
cool with that, but like, yeah, give me like a title,
it could be
give me
both.
some
One thing
aesthetic,
about-
dude.
One thing about WoW that's always been lacking is there's not great ways to collab with others to make gold. Like there are some ways you can do it, but the idea that you could actually unironically get together and not grief your own time, but make like more gold than you could yourself. Like, so if you imagine you scaled up these dungeons and the mobs actually just drop a fuckload of gold based on like a multiplier, how much harder the dungeon is, you know, it would be fun. It would be fun to farm golds with your friends, but not feel like you're griefing your own time, right? Because you can try right now, but you're just not going to make as much gold as if you were doing solo, right? Like there's a few times in Classic, like remember the tribute runs where you'd like, or not tribute, sorry, the Dire Maul East jump runs when they had like the big juicer thoriums in the back, and you would go like just tank healer, and
Yeah,
that shit
DME
is
jump
so
runs.
fun.
Yep.
That was so fun though, making gold with your homie. Oh,
Well, I
splitting the
also-
profits, bro.
I also want to open the statistics page on my character and see the server highest or the server fastest clears.
Yeah,
of each
some sort of
heroic.
leaderboard, dude.
Yeah.
Some sort
You know what I
of
mean?
leaderboard. You know, like
in game,
and that doesn't
you hit
hurt
the
anyone other
statistics page,
than
right?
helping the people be competitive.
Exactly.
Right? It doesn't hurt anyone, and it allows people to have a way of being competitive, and that will encourage people to play competitive.
Yeah, you just
like,
add a
no
tab,
matter what.
Add a tab to the statistic page on the bottom. You click it. It says heroic plus leaderboard, and it shows like either if they do the scaled approach where it's like heroic plus 110, whatever, have the highest and the time, or just heroic plus Azjol Naru, but fastest time, right? Just boom. You don't even have to put the players' names next to it if you don't want to. Maybe give those players a title or something if they go a whole phase or something with that the fastest time for that phase or something like that. That'd be cool as fuck, dude.
Anything,
achievements and titles, like
dude, achievements and titles.
You
Yeah,
can't do gear. You can't do gear because
no, you could do cosmetic gear though, or
yeah,
something.
you can do
like
cosmetics, yeah,
cosmetic or
little
like
mount here
some
and there.
weird
Yeah, but
heirloom
now,
or some shit.
yeah, but
you
do
know?
we really think that they're gonna do something like that?
Tabards,
The game is already launched. There's no way Blizzard's adding that much shit.
But what if you got like a cool?
It's a
tabard?
system they already have though.
Yeah, what if you got a cool tabard that like matched the aesthetic of the dungeon that you got first place in? You know what I mean? Like you had your Oculus tabard, right? Or like your Draktheron Keep tabard. Like it'd be cool as fuck, dude. I mean, they added tabards for like the Olympics and shit.
The premise is there. They could make something phenomenal, or they could literally just flat out make one level of a harder dungeon that drops the old tiers raid loot. And I swear that would be the biggest missed opportunity.
The worst
that would
thing
be
ever.
the biggest missed opportunity ever.
Imagine the catch-up.
The literal worst thing ever would be like, okay, guys, here's Heroic Plus. We gave everything else. We gave everything in every dungeon 30% more health.
Yeah,
like,
it'd be just a 30% boost, right? Yeah,
no.
That would be the biggest missed opportunity I think they could possibly do. I really do.
I think Heroic Plus might be the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to for all of Wrath of the Lich King. Like, because one, they reset every day, right? And two, it's time with your friends, which is why we all play World of Warcraft to begin with, right? Outside of
you
raid,
don't need to wrangle together 25 people.
Exactly.
It's just like a couple of your friends.
Yeah.
Right?
It's so
and realistically, in Mythic Plus, like once you start, like I mean, I played a lot, right, competitively in Mythic Plus, and once you're starting to be like that, the highest ranked on your server, and like on Raider.io, you're like in the top ranks. Like you end up knowing everybody else up there in those rankings. You make a friend community, or if you're just in like the middle rankings, you're trying to like get better, go get higher up. You make friends with like, oh, that guy was a good tank. Let's push keys together. You make friends. Like there is there is a social aspect to it, and then there is like the fact that there is gatekeeping, but that won't happen if there's not like a necessary reward, right? If you don't have to complete a 15 every week, right? Or like something like that.
Isuvi says the new boss mechanics in Season Mastery were awesome. I hope they take that same approach with Heroic Plus.
Yeah, but the hard part about, I think the biggest failure of Season Mastery, every time, is there was no sort of competitive scene in PvE whatsoever because they took out world buffs. None of the top guilds would play. No top guild would play Season Mastery because of without world buffs. Without the hardcore, the push for the actual hardcore, the hardcore community, and shout out to you guys, especially Karg, massive work with that. I think it would have been, Season Mastery would have been like
ultra dead
on arrival.
Yeah, it would have been a big.
It ended up dying. There was like
exist.
one. there's ended up like most like the big servers had like 1 or 2 guilds clearing content, right? Like
yeah, Tyrannosaur stuck it out. Tyrannosaur stuck it all the way out. But there was like literally, I mean, it was like Season of Era. It was like you know, classic era. The levels of dead once Road to Rag was over.
yeah.
It was crazy, right? Like, I think it's just because that's just a side effect of them doing Season of Mastery way too soon. I think they should have waited till the end of Wrath and announced Season of Mastery.
No serious player was going to play without world buffs.
Well, I think
they should have revamped.
I think
it
if
was
they
just
waited,
longer
I think
raids.
if they
I think if
waited
you
to do
wait-
SOM until I think it could have been better for it, but at the same time, it's Wrath hype. People are gonna be. Now's when you do it. You launch SOM a week from now or something like that, like a month.
Well,
from
Season of
now.
Mastery 1 is closing, by the way. That's an update for you guys. If you have a character, you can transfer your character from Season of Mastery to Wrath of the Lich King or Classic Era. Cool story, though. If you have the Survivor of the Firelord buff from not dying, going through Molten Core, in Season of Mastery, and you transfer to Classic Era, your Classic Era character at level 60 will keep that buff forever. If you transfer to Wrath, you will
Even if
lose
you
that
die?
buff. We haven't tested
wow.
that yet because no one wants to lose it, right? But one thing that is really a kind of a heartbreaker for
What
us,
if you double transfer?
right? I don't know. Well, here's the heartbreaker, right? In my opinion,
Uh-huh.
there was probably a buff for every raid tier not dying,
Yeah.
right? And not a single person even thought to try and do it, right? And I'm not saying you could like do it as a hardcore raid. I'm saying as
That's true.
get into the raid on a character that has never died, pop a Petri flask for the entire raid, and get carried by 39 other people, right? Just for the titles, just to
That's
see,
Lottie.
just to see what the titles were like, right? Like what happened. Just get carried.
Yeah.
I wanted to see a character with a full suite of every undead title, right? Because the Ragnaros one had like an effect, a cool swirly effect. Imagine every raid has one with a different effect, and your character looks like a full set
Like a
aura from
mobile
Diablo
game.
2,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like whoosh, like this crazy shit's just swirling around you, right? I don't know why not a single person in any server, Jom Gabar, any of these big servers, didn't just like level a character without dying. 100% experience bonus. It's not that hard. We've all done it in this call, except for Crix. And
Shut the fuck up.
and then pop a Petri flask in every raid. Just constant Petri flask. Boom, 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 boom. Get the carry and keep the buffs.
Yeah.
Right? That would have been
Well,
cool.
I
So
mean,
I'm sad that I
hindsight.
didn't do it, right? Like,
Hindsight.
yeah, I would have paid the raid to do it. I would have paid him gold to let me do it. Like, just to say I did, right?
Can we talk about this Undying challenge more?
Yeah, please go ahead. What do you have to talk about?
That's the biggest thing in the community, even more than Heroic Plus. This is what the community needs for some hard.
I agree. So tomorrow, chat, if you're listening now, you should definitely leave up the stream on the World of Warcraft channel. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. our time, right?
10 a.m. PST, 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. If you're over there in
Yep.
Central Europe.
And
This is the first
we
time.
have Sarthe and Crix that are going to be casting it. They will be live casters on the event for the speedrunning event. It's going to be awesome.
Wait, you're telling me tomorrow I'm going to go to the World of Warcraft main channel, click
Yes.
that shit, and then
Crix
You're
and
gonna be on
Sarthe
there.
will be on the screen with
Yep.
Zyrene.
Zyrene
Zareen
Hula
Hula
Hoops.
Hoops.
and Hula Hoops.
Yeah.
I don't know who Hula Hoops is.
Hula Hoops runs with Raider.io.
Oh,
She works
okay,
at- yeah,
okay,
she works
okay,
at Raider
okay.
IO, yeah.
Called Blizzard, Raider.io, and Raider.io. Everyone's trying to dip their toes into the Classic World, gentlemen. This
That's
is a big
good.
deal. This
That's
is a very
great.
big deal. And
They're coming way too late.
They're doing a 10 to break it down. They're doing a 10-man of 2 guilds, Progress and Space Force. Where it's on a tournament realm, and they are starting with item level 187 gear, so dog shit gear.
Dog
they get
shit,
one
dude.
round.
Shit gear.
They
They're
get
not
one round
even
of-
defense caps.
Hey, no,
right?
and I'm pretty sure we're allowed to say it, but we're literally on the realm doing trying to make sure everything was working in the raid. And I was in there with the characters, and it's worse than it feels worse than 187 gear.
but
dude.
they get
it's
one.
literally pieces of gear that I've never even seen in my life before, bro.
But they
I don't
get-
know,
You don't
I-
even have a
but
meta
it's like
gem.
normal gear, bro.
But
no
every
meta gem.
character, right? All of the teams, the 2 guilds, right? There's 2 teams
Yeah.
with each guild, 2 5-man groups. They each get 1 heroic world tour, right? So there's going
tomorrow
to be
at
a
10
lot of
a.m. they're
RNG.
doing all warlock. I mean,
And-
all the dungeons.
And
yeah.
it'll be
All
cool.
warlocks.
It'll be cool to see like where they're prioritizing the loot, right?
Yeah.
Of course, you'd assume demo lock your unholy DKs.
They'll split.
Your
They'll
tanks,
split. So
right? Like,
so two. Progress is running 2 DKs. Space Force is running 2 Warlocks. So that's the only stack. I think actually both might have 2 Paladins, one Protection Paladin and 1 Holy Paladin. But that's like the stack. So like they'll split those people for gear probably, right? And then yeah, you'll see who gets the gear. Like, do you give the Boomkin gear? Do you give the Warlock gear? Do you give the Priest gear? You know, it's like
I feel like
who's
Blizzard, by the way, is 100% doing that for the viewer. I think that is very negative for the runners. I feel like if you
Cosmic just said
it's perfect.
Yeah, what Cosmic just said. If it's a true tournament, they should be able to pick their own gear. But
this is an exhibition.
As an exhibition for the viewer's pleasure, this is awesome.
This is to get attention on it so they can do further stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of cool to see the RNG play out and like see if it even makes that big of a difference, right? Which
imagine.
I think this is a big deal, and I know that a lot of people are hating. It's not a lot of people, but I see people hating on it sometimes because it's like, oh yeah, they're taking the 2 best guilds and
that's
making
what you
do
want.
A 10-man that's easy. It's like this is a big deal because this is opening a whole avenue for classic WoW, which has been all of us in this call and listening and watching or anything right now have all we've said for the past 3 years is Blizzard does not give a shit about classic. None of us thought they cared at all. They're just giving us a game just to give us a game. And we've realized that with Lich a couple months now, like there are, I can tell, obviously. It's obviously to most of us now that they're trying to do stuff. And this is a big deal because they're talking about like they want, if they get, this is opening it to like doing old or actual race of world versus for like the actual when the raids come out, and then a month into a raid we do
run tournaments.
Yeah, they do one where there's the top 10 guilds, the top 10 fastest people guilds to clear Ulduar. Let's do one of those, and it's those 10 people doing it. So it's just the 2 raids. But this is the point of doing these 2 is just so people can see. Well, I think it's more for them to see how much people like it. But I think people like it.
I had this discussion at the Blizzard meetup at TwitchCon, but I think it's very difficult for a company because we always memed about like Blizzard hates Classic, Blizzard never does anything for Classic, yada yada yada. It's very difficult for them to do anything for the Classic community because the Classic community is very
toxic.
It's 1, toxic, and 2, it's very grassroots community-based gameplay, right? More so than retail, of course, right? But it's like, how do you appeal to a group of people who want to be able to create their own things? Like, I think most people that I've talked to that play Classic, like they enjoy the freedom that we have to just do these things on our own. Like we did the dungeon cleave things. Duranosaur did speedrunning and regular dungeons in vanilla, classic vanilla. Then you've got Kargoz with the hardcore community. You've got like all these different grassroots kind of homegrown community things. And how do you expect Blizzard to just step in other than just being like a supportive figure in the background that's like, hey, we see what you're doing. We see that there's a community of people that are enjoying themselves and partaking in what you're doing. How can we assist you with that? Other than that, it's kind of hard for them to step in and make any real effective changes towards anything that appeals to the majority of the player base.
I think that's what this is. This is like the first step of that, right? Like
100%.
the community literally speedruns, right? Like that's what the highest level of this game is in PvE. That's it, like bar none, right? It's speedrunning, and then you've got like a couple parsing guilds on every server, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is flat out
all that matters.
The community speedrunning
for PvE.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's a really good thing, and it means they see it too. Like I remember the first call that we had with them was like, they're like, yo, it is predominantly retail. Like we know it's retail based, but he's like, there's a lot of us who love Classic, and we don't play retail. We only play Classic, right?
Yeah.
So and it's like, cool, and they love it. They play it like it's back in the day, bro. That's all they play.
It's cool because it finally feels like we are getting that, that hand on the shoulder from Blizzard saying, hey, we see that the community is doing this. You X people are prominent community members in this area of the game. We want to support you. How can we do that? You know what I mean? Like, and that's a huge thing for the longevity and the future of Classic. If you look at like games like old school RuneScape, right?
Yeah.
The developers totally got on to whatever the grassroots community wanted, which is majority Iron Man, right? For old school RuneScape. And they latched onto that and they're like, hey, this is cool. We think it's awesome that you're doing this. What can we do to assist you in making this a reality? because they understand that a happy community is also a money maker, right? It's like you make money if people are playing your game. Surprise, surprise. So it's one of those things. I think it deserves a lot of support. We gotta stay on top of this. And secondly, I'm hoping with Season of Mastery 1 closing, Season of Mastery 2 gets announced with an actual hardcore mode. That's my hope.
They have to add, it's got to be Season of Changes or whatever, right? Like they have to do like a balance. They have to do like balance classes, bring back like world buffs.
Would you guys try to resurrect hardcore?
Yeah. What do you mean? It's not dead. There's people playing hardcore right now.
Oh my god, I would 100% play that again. I can't wait.
So here's the cool thing about hardcore, Crix. Let me since this is F's in chat, this is a great time to talk about hardcore. And the thing about hardcore is that we used to get online 2.5 years ago, and there'd be 40 people online, and we'd be like, "This is sick! Like we have a good amount of players playing right now, right?" Then Road to Rag happened, right? Years later, we had 8
billion players,
guild cap, right?
Oh, I remember I was a GM of one of them, and I had to get on every single day for about a month straight. At one point, I remember for a month straight, every day in Purge.
Yeah, and
up to like I think it was up to like 13 days offline, and I had to get rid of them. Yeah, no, like 7 days offline, and I had to get rid of them. And on top of that, nowadays, right? People look at hardcore and they go, hardcore, the community's kind of slowed down, it's kind of dead, yada yada yada. Dude, there are no prominent like big Kargoz, Grace for Days type streamers playing hardcore right now on Twitch, right? If you log into the hardcore server, the one they delegated as a hardcore server for Wrath of the Lich King today, right now, there's probably 80 to 100 people online in the guild. So it's like the community is just, it's there, it's thriving, right? It's just not in the spotlight right now. So I think that there's no resurrecting it. I think hardcore is just a household name, and it's just here to stay as a form of WoW moving forward, right? Since from Road to Rag moved onward, right?
New equipment sets, there's so many cool things they could do with Season of Mastery, right?
Bro,
like
Season really of Mastery would be so sick, because you know you click on the Classic Era, Season of Mastery tabs, right? Just do Classic Era, Season of Mastery, Hardcore, right? Have a hardcore set of servers where you just click on it, you make a character, the auction houses don't work, right? If you die, you cannot click the resurrect button, and you're good. Done. End of discussion. Period. Go play it, right?
Yep.
And there's a way to do it, because I have a WeCore that literally removes the release spirit button from my fucking screen.
All you have to do if you're Blizzard is just remove spirit healers from the game. Stay as a ghost forever if you die, right? Choose if you delete your character.
An entire community of guilds that are just ghosts that just run around trolling people, or like there's some way you can interact with people.
It would be that easy. Literally just delete spirit healers from the game.
Spirit healer and then the auction house NPCs.
Yeah, and you're done. That's it.
You can even leave them there. You don't even have to put a door and bar it or
exactly.
nothing.
You just delete the vendors that are there and take the spirit healers away.
And then do everything else 100% the same way you normally would play the game.
But also add actual changes to the game.
Well, so I think in Season of Mastery Season 2, it needs to be Season of Changes. It 100% needs to be Season of Changes.
Buff Warlock. Take some power from warriors and pass it to the Warlock.
What would be best case scenario, in my opinion? The craziest shit ever
Buff
would
rogues,
be like, what if, dude, okay, this is me coping hard, but imagine this, guys. Imagine a world where we're in phase 2, Wrath of the Lich King, you know, Ulduar's kind of on farm, everyone's kind of just chilling, right? Blizzard puts out a YouTube video and it's like Season of Changes, right? And then it launches and there's like Grim Batol, right? New raids, right? Like things that were originally in Classic.
Whoa. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
Whoa, you're getting out of hand there, buddy.
That's
imagine
so out of this world that my
right?
brain didn't function what you were saying until it did.
But imagine you're going to the wetlands with your world buffs to do a raid, right? Like things that were
Sunken Temple opens up and it's actually like a huge ass raid, bro.
Exactly, bro. Think of, and it's I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's definitely not probable, right? But imagine, like, what if they just took these old content items that were, you know, Season of Stormwind Jail or whatever, you know, that one that's like jailed off, and it used to be like dude, it would be sick as fuck.
Timber Maw raid, bro. Hey, I would.
Hyjal
I'm not gonna lie.
in Classic.
I wish I played Classic throughout the whole time.
But not the same Hyjal. Not the same Hyjal where we have waves.
Okay, think of Season of Changes. There's actually a reason to go to Ashara, right?
True.
Yeah. The current Hyjal is like,
I mean, the current Hydral's pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean, I like the current Hydro.
Bro, you like that raid?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
did a
just
lot
gamble.
too.
You just
Yeah, I did
gamble.
it a lot.
Mhm.
I'm a warlock though, so
Yeah.
I was a hunter, and like you're sitting there like, here's a trap. Cool. That's all I did. I sappered.
I remember playing a Shadow Priest and I loved it. From the launch up, I loved it. And then Mount Hydro came, and then
you're like, this is
2
the
weeks
worst.
into Mount Hydro, I was like,
Yep.
hey guys, my raid leader. Hey guy, I'm gonna fold this Shadow Priest out.
I do think one of the
Yeah.
worst things that could happen for the community is no more Season of Mastery. I think if they just say, hey, Season of Mastery kind of flopped and they never do another one, I think it is a massively missed opportunity. I think they need to take Season of Mastery as a, kind of a punch to the jaw and realize like, hey, we kind of missed the mark with what we were going for here. Let's talk to the community, see what they want, and try and implement that in the next one,
Nah, it's fucking legit, bro. It was just bad timing. People weren't ready for it. They were just still too WoTLK hyped out and
Yeah.
TBC hyped out. It was actually fun, man.
I
I don't know.
think-
I hope they come too. But
I think they could. I think technically in their eyes, and I'm curious to. I don't know if any of you guys asked them when we were meeting them. I think technically in their eyes it was a failure, right? And that is fair because of like the longevity. Like a lot of people stopped playing once the hardcore thing kind of like once we did Road to Rag, all of that. Like, and I think that was. I still think it was their fault and all, but I'm curious to know if they're gonna do another. Yeah, I hope they do.
yeah,
Like learn from your mistakes instead of just throwing something out there as like the laziest thing in the world. Add stuff. Yeah, maybe.
you know what's interesting though, bro? This whole WoW Classic like saga. Like we now have like a lot of experience playing like 3 different versions of the game now. I mean, we're not too deep into Wrath yet, but it's I just find it fascinating. Like if there's new vanilla freshes, TBC freshes, or Wrath freshes, like it's almost just like this knowledge base we're like ready for in future, and you can just like play on any one of those versions of the game and understand the meta. And there's like a replayability factor to it, and that's now just like a weird skill set in your mind to like go. You just know how to approach TBC WoW if they do another one or Wrath or vanilla. It's like a backwards way of thinking about WoW that never existed before, where you can just go like and in a vacuum play a version of the game.
Yeah, we're so good at the game now too, right? Yeah, everything is hashed out so well too.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna? I mean, is retail even on the menu? Dragonflight.
Bro, yeah,
I
but
know
that's
for you
me
it
and
is,
you.
but
Yeah, that's true. That's a
Winky
good
and
question
Kargoz,
for
I'd
it.
assume no,
That's a good
right?
question for them. Yeah.
So I'm actually starting a guild for Dragonflight. We're gonna play until it gets boring, so probably a couple months. Probably do the first raid or something like that.
Okay.
But I'll have a Dragonflight guild. If you guys are on Area 52 and you're playing Horde, join my Discord. The exclamation point Discord if you want to join the guild, and we're gonna have some fun with it.
I'm unironically on Area 52.
Hop in, bro. You want to join the guild?
I'm gonna
actually?
sweat. I think I'm gonna
Fuck
sweat
no,
retail.
dude.
Actually, to be honest, I think
Alright,
I'm gonna
that's
drip
fine.
a little bit. I want to drip a little bit.
Probably a smart business move to sweat retail, that's for sure, or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I want to push like maybe like a day. Like
Okay, we're not
every
sweating.
Saturday is or something like that.
Yeah,
It will be like
so-
a couple days a week where I'm not even playing classic. I'm just playing retail.
This is a content Horde guild that I'm doing for fun, and that is it. Because you know me, after
Yeah.
Wrath, you guys, I'm full GTA, and
Yeah.
and full real life IRL. This kind of content where we just talk about whatever the hell we want.
Or Gwen.
Or
Gwen?
Kargoz
Or
and I are
Gwen?
working on that. We need to have a meeting on that, Kargs. Actually,
Yeah, man, it's coming, bro. I really
Sarthe and I are just getting everywhere, and then
Sarthe, this is F's in chat, bro.
I'll be the face.
This is F's in chat,
Of
Kargoz. Do you want to tell
everything.
them
Me and
about?
Crix are going to the moon, dude.
Do you want to
You
tell
look
them
better
about the
than me. Use his
documentary,
face.
Kargs?
Yeah, I've teased that at a few people. Like we're slowly chipping away at a hardcore documentary. We have a Discord set up already, and we're just collecting clips and stuff. But we want to do it, and we have some people that are down to do it. Some shout out Nebulous and Stone Code, a bunch of the people that from the community. A lot of people felt like hardcore was just awesome, and we never really like had closure, but like we didn't put a bow or tell the whole story and everything like that. So it's something we want to do, and we are doing. I don't know. There's no like EPA on it or anything like that, but it was an era, brother. I really enjoyed it. So the best times
my
ever.
God, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick, dude.
I can't wait to have a documentary to say I died to water elemental.
Yeah, right? Yeah, basically.
To a mob that I would.
You died to so many water things. Chris. You died to
Unironically
drowning.
know that was there if I did not quit Classic. That's the biggest slap in the face.
Yeah,
I
you drowned a bunch.
I would know of it.
And then on your best character, you died to a water elemental.
It's crazy how important that is for the whole hardcore thing, right? It's like knowledge of like where is the one thing in this zone that can kill you at all higher levels, right?
Yep.
What is the one thing in this zone that absolutely can kill you and will kill you if it runs into you?
Not
and
one
it's
there.
a pat. And it's a pat. Yeah, yeah. For Winter Spring, it's just like it randomly, like it's on a random timer, you know.
I remember
but everywhere
one time,
else there's something. Yeah.
I remember when Josito, Sarthe, and Bobka tried to say they were grieved just because they weren't paying attention, and some guy pulled a bunch of mobs in a cave.
Bro, get out of here. Oh my God. This dude fucking trains the entire cave onto us and vanishes. Oh my God. I remember, I feel bad because he didn't mean to do it. Like, he didn't mean to. But, like, in our eyes, it was like, this guy trolled us so hard. His name was Brain Damaged. I was like, fuck this guy. You know, I was like, it was so frustrating.
Oh, that was good times,
but he
good
didn't mean
times.
to do it. He didn't mean to do it. And I felt bad because it was also on our stream. So then, like, a bunch of people started like messaging him like, dude, that was so fucked up, you know, and like it wasn't his fault, you know. He was just a guy playing the game, you know. It just was we were in like a really bad place, bad time, you know. That's the scary
bad, bro.
that cave killed everybody.
That was the mushroom cave, right? The one in
that was the
Ashendale?
cave of murder. Yep,
Or,
that was the cave of murder.
The one in
the mushroom cave.
The mushroom cave in Darkshire. Yeah.
Darkshire. Yeah,
I lost one there too, bro. Got on a mage. Just minding my own fucking business, and then it blew me off and did a knockback.
Yeah,
knocked me down on the goddamn bottom, bro.
And don't be.
I was so mad too.
Don't be crazy. You know, I call me crazy, but I think that Road to Rag was probably the most fun I've ever had playing World of Warcraft.
Ever
for the first couple months, maybe the first 2 months, right?
And I was so exhausted. Dude.
Yes,
doing a trio is so hard.
Yep.
I would say like the first month or two of like hardcore as a whole, not the hardcore, not the Road to Rag, but when Kargoz was like in Iron Man mode.
Yeah,
like that from that moment. Because I remember like the next day, I was like, oh, that's a brilliant idea. I'm doing that. And I remember like already dying before I was even saying I was dying. And that whole first like month or two of playing, that was like when it was like peak. Like the shit. That's also when I started streaming though, so maybe like went hand in hand with that. But
I do think it will come back though. I think we will have more future events that are as fun, if not more fun. It's just going to take time. I think a lot of people are still, it's been like what, almost a year, and we are still recovering from Road to Rag, dude. Road to Rag was just, for the people that were helping manage any aspect of it, whether it was grinding things for the guild, running a guild, being a Discord mod, being a mod in someone's chat for any of that shit, it was literally the most work I've ever done in my life. I can't believe I did that while having a full-time job.
Yeah, I never heard it put like that, Winky, but you're kind of actually still right. Like a part of me, as weird as that sounds, is still kind of recovering. Like I still don't even want to stream because I'm burned out from that shit.
Damn.
Yeah. It was wild, dude. Road to Rag was, and I think we'll do it again. I think we'll do eventually. I'm not saying now, but I think there will come a time where we will have that much fun again in World of Warcraft.
So toodles.
And you know, it would be as easy as Blizzard launching a hardcore server. I think if Blizzard launches a hardcore server, Kargoz, Grace for Days, and half of us, honestly, probably just immediately become full-time streamers.
What the fuck?
I'm telling you, bro. I think if a hardcore server was to actually launch, the people in this call are the ground floor of hardcore WoW, right? Like that's what I'm saying though. Like it would reach such a broad audience, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It would be fun. I would love it for sure.
I'd play.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we're there. You're right. Sign me up. You got me.
Yeah. I think we're all in, dude. I think we're all in. But that's just if that ever happens. It might not ever happen. We never know, right? We can only ask so much.
Why is that? There's like a badge trinket that costs 40 badges, like the small sun badges, whatever they're called. Like,
yep.
Everybody, like all the fucking rank ones and like all the classes are using it. Why is that? It doesn't even seem.
What is it called?
Is it
like
the
mirror?
mirror of truth? Mirror of truth.
Yeah.
1,000
Oh,
attack
yeah,
power.
it's
It procs all the time, and it's 1,000, which is a lot of attack power. If you're talking about DKs, that also snapshots on your Gary. But it just is procking a lot, right?
Oh, so it's just the proc rate. So it really is cracked. Like greatness mirror is just
if you can,
For
yeah,
PvE.
yeah.
Here's
They're
a
very
good question
strong.
for you guys. I kind of want to go in order here. We'll start with Sarthe. What
Me.
is your plan for content after Wrath?
Bro, we are moving to other things, dude. I'm gonna get into this GTA RP thing. I'm having fun playing Overwatch. Let's see if anybody ever watches. Everything. Really, I don't have like a set in stone thing, but like I want to play all different games, and I'd like to move away from just playing World of Warcraft as like World of Warcraft is like kind of like the starting zone for everybody, right? Like you don't want to pigeonhole yourself and only play WoW, even though like right now with Classic, I only play WoW, right? Like other than when I'm playing Overwatch, right? So like that's what it is. Like the goal is to play as many things as possible, to do as many things as possible. I have a ton of fun doing the like IRLs, not like Crix did the full IRL stream stuff, but like doing the like I've done like the challenges and all of that stuff, or like hanging out, the podcasts, all of that stuff. Yeah.
Crix, what about you?
Same
I mean,
thing.
we've had this discussion a million times, but I don't think
Same
we've ever
thing,
said it
bro.
on a podcast. Same shit.
That's why you see me and Sarthe everywhere together, bro.
True.
Yeah,
Same plan.
we just do it all together.
Gonna get out of this, bro. I'm gonna play Kata. Still, I'm gonna play Reach. I'm still gonna play WoW. Even after Lich King, I think WoW is still gonna be predominantly streamed. I don't think there's gonna be a way where I'm just like, hey, I'm done playing WoW, like fully.
I don't think any of us could ever fully stop playing WoW. That's that's like our
I
problem,
didn't stop
right?
this
like,
far. Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna stop because I like play. Even if it is that can happen because you can start varietying into GTA or whatever, and all of a sudden that does way better than you're doing, and then you're like, okay, well, can I jump that? But I don't think I would want to do. Yeah, we're gonna start GTA roleplay real soon. Like I'm talking maybe a couple weeks.
Yep.
A little bit shorter than that.
Yep. Kargs, this is a good question for you actually, because I know you're kind of like the classic Andy. You haven't been streaming as much recently, and I know a little bit about what you're doing. I don't know if you want to talk about any org stuff or anything like that, but like, do you have any plans after?
I'm not gonna talk about it, but
I'm asking Kargs if he wants to talk about it. I don't know, you know.
Yeah, I mean, this is a lifestyle for me, bro. Like WoW is like a fusion of like business and pleasure for me because like Rusted XP is going, and like this has just been a giant lifestyle since Classic was announced. It's just been a giant whirlwind of that. Like the worlds of business and pleasure have been like collided for me for like years and years now.
Yeah.
I just want to keep it going, dude. Like I have mad love. Like I have mad love for this community and for the friends I've made along the way. And I just want to see everybody succeed. I want to see everybody eat, man. I want to see everybody be able to like sustain the lifestyles that they want. And I talked to TwitchCon about kind of like reverse engineering your life, where you like visualize the lifestyle you want and then try to find a way to like achieve that. For me, it is like, you know, I love games. I always will. And like, I want to be able to travel to events like TwitchCon and PAX and some of the games industry, like business events too, like Gamescom, GDC, DICE, all those. I want to do all that stuff, but have a reason to do all that stuff, right? Like, so building businesses in the games industry, having a ton of fun while doing it, still playing WoW, still playing all the games I love, still trying to keep it a buck, 100, you know, with myself, and also to give back in some way where like, I want to spread that love that we have of gaming that brought us all together. I want to spread that in some capacity to like the next generation, like whether that means like a nonprofit or charity or something. Like you want to try to pass it on, you know, pass the torch on, because that's what brought us all together, right? And so many other people too, like having that common interest and that passion, bro. That's like one of the most wholesome things about life in general, because that's one of the most wholesome things about like actually honest, authentic, good relationships. There's like some like common thread that binds it all. So
yeah, I mean, I think that I could say a similar story. I mean, I'm kind of similar to these two, Sarthe and Crix. I just want to do real life content, dude. I think that's the plan for me. I just want to do GTA and just play WoW when I enjoy playing WoW and stream that. But I also want to do like travel content. You know, I want to go explore the world, meet people, and like document those things, right? And like say what's up, and like get on a plane with Crix and just fly somewhere for a weekend, you know, and just go walk around live streaming and making YouTube videos and shit. Like,
I want that shit for you, bro. That's why I kind of want to, like, you know, I want to do that shit together in some way. We got to put all the pieces together, find a way to make it, you know, to make it like math out. But there's a lot of good people. You know, I want to spend time with them and do cool shit with them, but you know, make something out of it at the same time.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've got so many ideas of things that I want to do, and it's just finding the time to do them. I think after Wrath, we're gonna have a little bit more time, because unless they make significant changes to Kata or release Kasich Plus, like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna touch Kata at all. I probably will. I probably say that I won't, and then I probably will. We all know how that works, right? It's WoW. You can't really not play it.
Yeah, I'm never gonna play WoW again.
If all the boys are playing, dude, and like we're all, you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think the future of content in general, I think we have kind of a friend base now via all the people we've met through World of Warcraft, that like, if anyone goes off and does something that looks fun, all of us are going to kind of jump on the train with them.
Exactly.
Right?
Like I was, and I didn't touch on this, but like realistically, a lot of like places, like let's look at like OTK or something, they're doing like these like fun like game shows, and like game shows are sick. So like imagine just like being able to do like a bunch of fun things with your friends and record it and put it up online. And that's what, like, I mean, the general like quote unquote YouTuber does, but we all start like with gaming. So like the same thing, but with gaming, just like do as many fun things, like as many fun random things we want with all of our friends, and then just put it online for people to see. And that's like the dream, right?
And I think when I say it's kind of hard, like when you stream, to say like, oh, my community, right? Because it's kind of like we all kind of have the classic WoW community. We're all part of the same community. The same community for the most part shows up to all of our chats, right? I think that we could take, I think we can share what we're doing with our community, whether it's WoW or not, right? I think it's
like they can all, everyone can play together, like, and we can all do cool things. Like, and I've recently been like, I've been on a lot on like this hype, even more since we all talked about it, and like just like kind of also looking at a lot of like the big YouTubers and stuff and what they do, and like you look at like Mr. Beast or something, and he just puts on events where he gets a bunch of people in his community to come out and do something crazy, and they all like play and make it fun, like a giant game of hide and seek or something. Like, that's so fun, man. That's so fun.
That would be so dope.
And you get a sponsor and you can give away a prize to the people that win, and like you're just there having fun with your friends. Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you, the OTK guys, it's kind of inspirational in some ways. I haven't always been 100% cool with all of them in the past, because like, you know, the classic has been a roller coaster, you know, and I've had friction tips and S-Fan and stuff like that. We've gotten over it though, you know what I mean? You sort of like, at a certain point, people squash any beef and they become cool with each other. And but like now I look at where they are in life, and I have a lot of admiration for, and a lot of respect for them for what they did. Like, those were classic WoW Andes. Those were us, bro. But they came up with their WoW friends and actually built something that's much bigger than WoW now. It's much bigger.
Bigger. Well, and I also want to emphasize though, it's not all about money. Like, we're not saying they came up monetarily. Of course, that was a side effect of that. But I think that they just like, they came up in quality of life in some aspects. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, now they just literally make cool content with friends. Like, whatever they decide they want to do, that's the dream. Is like, dude, we just like we just like decided that we wanted to do like a fucking Jeopardy show with my friends and like fuck around, right? Like, you know, that's the same thing.
Shout out to Chicken Basket, who actually did that in the hardcore community. It was fun as hell for the few episodes that he did. I think collaborating is the future, dude. I think honestly, like, we all need to get together. We need to get a name over ourselves that's a logo, right? And then we just need to go meet up and do shit, you know? Like,
I got a good name.
Boomers.
Crix's house.
Throat Goat.
Throat Goat. I'm the Throat Goat.
Oh, he plays like 1 millisecond so he doesn't get DMCA evaporated.
Right. No, but I think that's honestly, like, in my opinion, the dream, right? I want to go camping with the boys and just bring cameras, put them up around the campsite, and get like 5 YouTube videos out of it. You know what I mean? Like, that sounds so fun, right? And I think TwitchCon really opened my eyes.
January, bro. What do you mean? January.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
I think
We can do it in
literally
January. Silver ass. How's it go? I'm bringing silver.
TwitchCon opened my eyes, you guys, to like the personalities that we have on stream are the exact same in real life, right? I think people need to realize Crix is the same in person. Sarthe is the same in person. Kargoz is the same in person. I'm the same in person, right? Like we could legitimately, I think we have what it takes to have some really fun.
Imagine if you met me and I was just quiet as shit.
Yeah, right. Like I think
This
we have
guy's
like, really
Toast.
good
Remember,
dynamics,
Toast
dude.
was super quiet.
Oh yeah, he was super quiet too.
Toast was like super
That was
quiet.
hella chill. He was a
He was like, yeah, I'm playing a rogue. I was like, damn, you're chilling, dude.
Yeah,
What's
dude.
up, man?
Like I swear
even
to God,
even Kvax was like, damn. He's like they like mini fanboying over him. He's like, yeah, it's crazy that he plays the game.
So the goal is a lot of the people that we vibe with from over the years that we have a lot of love for, wrap them up under some like IRL guild banner org thing, and then somehow find a way, do our homework, research it, and find a way to structure it so that it's like, you know, profitable for everybody, and do it, man. And then just basically, you know, make content with friends, play WoW.
You know how fucking stoked I would be, unironically, if we made a camping trip like out in the middle of the woods, and you see the tent open and Crix pops out and he's like, this tent is sponsored by HyperX. Like, dude, it would be the funniest shit ever, man. Like, and it's doable. That's what I'm saying. Like, we are all old enough now, right?
Unless there was a reason, like content is something too, because we were all just fucking lazy at our house playing WoW. But if there was some reason, like, you know, like it was for the org or whatever, it would like get people to get out, like,
yeah,
you know,
we would get out and go meet up and like hang out and
Yeah.
stuff. You know, we're all close. I mean, we're all literally really close.
Yeah,
Us
all of us could
are-
actually drive to each other in like less than a day and just be at each other's house.
Yeah,
And let's
that's
do
actually
some-
Like
right.
we could
stuff.
actually all day trip to meet up somewhere.
Sarthe and I are 6 hours from Kargoz. He's down south and I'm just north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and
I'm
me and
saying
Kargoz are damn near neighbors, so
that's
it
the
works
dream,
for us.
and the dream can be made reality with the people in this.
Yeah.
In this house.
and you guys are literally the reason, the reason why I like feel any compulsion to like keep streaming and keep growing, because like it almost is like
Yes, dude.
I gotta keep the fucking brand going a little bit because it can help other people too. Like, I don't know, like if I can just, because I'm dying now, bro. Not that many people recognize me anymore. There was a time where I was fucking way up there.
Dude,
but-
you were
You know how many times
the
I
guy.
got asked
Dude,
about you? That's crazy.
it's it's sick, and I think we even said it when we were down there. But like you like introduced me and Crix. Now we're just fucking best friends. You know, like you put on so many people, and like now like with what we do with our podcast and stuff, we've like with our friends like Cosmo and Jordy and anyone like Rugs and stuff. We try to bring up everyone we can also, because like you set this like phenomenal precedent of like, yo, everyone help each
Exactly.
other, everyone be friends.
There's
Let's
enough
make
eyeballs
cool
for everybody.
content.
Bro.
Yeah, like it's not like if I'm online, people are like not watching like someone like Crix or something. Like people are in both. Like you're always tabbed in both streams.
Yeah.
You know, like every viewer is tabbed
I
in both
think-
streams, and you're chilling with like the people you like, man. And we just want everyone to eat, everyone to have a good time and like enjoy playing the game and spread like love, man.
I think I hit this like I was very fortunate in coming up on Twitch. I streamed for 5 years before I started streaming WoW, right?
Really?
I've been streaming for
'cause of
7.5
the
years.
Music, right?
No, I was streaming Rocket League, I was streaming PUBG, I was streaming Smash
shit.
Bros. Like I was streaming for fun, right? For my friends,
Yeah.
like, and for clips, right? Just for fun little things, right? Like if I got a
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
headshot, I used to stream Overwatch 1 all the time, right? Like I was
Well, I can't wait to play
used-
later.
I used to love. I was like the quintessential variety streamer with 5 viewers, right? And that was like who
Yeah.
I was. And I always told my friends that I would never stream World of Warcraft. And anyone asked me why, I told them because it's the one game that I want to play forever and never feel like it's a job, right?
Yeah.
And it's because World of Warcraft was like the game I played growing up that like changed my life, like made me. You know, I dove into fucking Azeroth to solve my problems as a teenager, right? Like all these crazy things. And I was like, I'm never going to stream that game. And I'm not going to stream that shit at all. And then the hardcore challenge came around and I streamed WoW for the first time because you had to verify your run.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was like, if I'm going to be recording everything, I might as well just stream it. Right. And then I got incredibly blessed up by Kargoz and the community of classic WoW homies because I think I'm a little bit like jaded to the fact that the hardcore community, especially back then, right when it started, was like the most tight-knit community. Everyone watched everyone's streams. There were
And you
days
supported everyone.
yes, and there were days you'd come home and have 35, 40 tabs open, right? Watching every single person stream. And you were doing it purely out of love for the game mode and the community of the people that played it. And like it was sick as hell, dude. So like it's weird even thinking that we've gone into this weird content space based off of starting with a community that was so supportive, because there's so many stories out there that are like people stream for 10 years and literally just never gain any following. Nobody supports anybody. They get burnt, they get back, deals behind the scenes go through and they get burnt out on deal. It's very similar to like the music industry, the entertainment industry,
Acting.
There's a lot of bad faith people in the world, right?
Yeah.
So I think the classic WoW community, however toxic it is, it's kind of like home,
Dude, it is home. I think I don't know, dude. It's weird, bro. I'm down. I'm in too deep, bro. I'm literally in the fucking Matrix. I lived this life now for like years. Just like being in this WoW world. It's really nice, man.
Yeah.
And I probably don't have that. Just people around their age, even at like our age, that you can still play games with all the time. Like just like fucking chill on Discord with. I try not to take it for granted.
Yeah, dude, we're talking on F's in chat right now because of the hardcore community, right? Like that's just put it that way, right? F's in chat is a thing because of hardcore, and I'm not saying like I don't want F's to ever not identify with the hardcore community, because it's like very important to know your roots and things like that. But I do appreciate, by the way, everyone that's in chat right now supporting the podcast, even though we're not watching death clips. We're lightly talking. We're just kind of like chilling, right? The way I like to do podcasts is I like it to just be like a Discord call, but with cameras on and with an audience, right? Just the boys chilling, talking about shit.
Yeah.
Which is the dream, right? So hopefully this model works out a little bit and the homies come through, right?
Absolutely.
Has anybody played that Modern Warfare 2 campaign yet?
Dude, is Modern Warfare 2 out yet?
Yeah.
I should get that.
Everyone's playing. It looks freaking amazing.
People are all hyped on. Should we?
I'd rather play that than Overwatch, TBH.
I was looking at the booth. Well, this is just a campaign.
Oh, I want multiplayer and then I'll play it, but
no, I don't really like.
I'm almost play the campaign by myself.
Yeah,
dude.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I'll fucking sit there and chill. I won't even stream
Call of Duty multiplayer. I'm kind of like over it. I don't think it can come back into my life really.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, you will literally catch fade.
I used to love it back in the day.
I will literally dick you into the dirt, and you will never get to touch your keyboard or mouse.
What was that, Widow main that only played Widow headshot only?
Listen, Sarthe. Hey, after that 1v1 game though, did you notice the next couple of games of Overwatch we played, all of our shots were better?
Oh yeah, we were warmed up then.
We were warmed up, right?
Dude,
like, I think we should do that. Every time we play, we should get in a group and do Widowmaker 1v1 headshot only. And just like vibe with it,
I'm gonna try to check for some clips,
healer, so
but
I can
like
just dash around and try to dodge everybody.
Yeah, you'll just play Moira, and we'll just be ready. Yeah, dude.
But
there's one
Zen because
where I got like I literally just out of nowhere I was like just in the zone, and it was just like that was 13 headshots instantly in a row. Every time you guys spawned or flew up in the air, and then I was
nasty,
like, oh shit, I'm warmed up.
I had a few little rampages though. I had a 10 little kill streak and a 5 kill streak. I was doing all right. For someone who doesn't play any shooter games anymore, I was doing okay.
Are we gonna play some more tonight?
Do you know that when PUBG came out,
I think
your boy Winky?
Do you guys have to get off?
I have to get my hair done, but then I'm back.
I'm down to play after.
A couple hours.
I'm 100% down to play after.
How long do you need, Sarthe? Yeah, down.
I'll text you.
I'm so down.
Did you know, guys? Your boy Winky, back when PUBG first came out, I degened PUBG so much. I was invited to that PUBG Invitational tournament, the first one that they put on in Oakland.
Really?
Back in the day, I was top 100. Me and Choco Taco. I knew Choco Taco back in the day.
Wow.
I used to play a lot of PUBG, dude. Like when I DJ on a shooter game, once I get the aim back, dude, you wait, bro. I'm gonna be Overwatch Slayer.
That's my thing, dude. I'm just like, my aim is just not there, so I play super aggressive because my aim is like.
I mean, I've changed mouses. My DPI is different, right? I'm used to fucking.
Overwatch 2 also
like,
has fucking weird ass aim shit. Like it just feels weird, and like you have to change a bunch of settings to make aim actually work.
Yeah, I used to love PUBG though.
Which we should probably send to Crix, because you do actually have to change a bunch of settings to make aim work.
Yeah, we probably should.
So
do
weird,
that.
bro. I have only been playing World of Warcraft for so many years.
I know,
now
right?
I'm finally playing all these games.
Do you guys ever play a game like over the weekend? You don't stream at all. You play a completely random game that's like click to move or something, and then you get back on WoW and you're trying to click to move, or like your WASD doesn't feel right, or like.
My worst one is I have a PC in the bedroom and it's a different kind of keyboard, and that's the best thing because it's one of those keyboards with a smaller backspace button.
Oh, by the way, just so you guys know in chat, I know all of you, as well as me, love Diablo 4 or Diablo in general. Diablo 4's alpha has been going on. If you don't know about it, it's because it's a private test build, and it is fucking amazing. It is fucking amazing. So as soon as we can talk about that, we're gonna talk about that. But we can't talk about it right now. But I haven't
played it at all, dude.
Dude, it's so good. It is so good. If you're a Diablo fan, D4 is whoo. That's the future of my content. I'll see you guys when Diablo 4 comes out, like streaming every single day for 15 hours a day. I'm gonna take 6 months off work, dude.
I am gonna hit Ashes really, really hard.
I was watching.
That should be fun.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care how it turns out. I'm gonna hit that like God, like there was no other night. Like WoW doesn't exist.
You didn't play like the alpha or anything, right?
No, I can get one though, and I think I'm finally gonna get it. I was gonna get one right before I started playing Classic because I had one for New World, and then I kind of just waited because it was $1,500. I was like,
are you guys doing the New World fresh? You guys hear there's a fresh for New World?
I got a bunch of emails about.
I got a bunch of emails about it too. I don't want to do it, but it seems kind of poggies, dude. I'm not gonna lie. A fresh? I know. You say the word fresh, and people like WoW players' ears kind of perk up a little.
Did you guys play New World? Did you play it?
I did.
Yeah, but like it died so fast, and I called that after playing the beta, like the closed alpha and the closed beta. I literally was like, "There's just not enough content. Like, there's just flat out not enough content. Everything is the same fight." Every mob is the same mob.
Fun fact, I made a video. I played 50 hours of the New World beta, and I made a video on why that game was going to fail as fast as it did before it even came out. And it's on YouTube, and you can watch my reaction of... It was like one of my first opinion pieces on a game ever that I ever put out. And it flopped. The video flopped. It had like 250 views. But I was 100% correct. Just going to say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna toot my own horn here. I think in in 3 major content updates, New World could be fun.
I just hope Ashes of Creation comes out like polished and the combat system on the earlier versions. I watched like the gigantic like Asmongold horde of 80,000 people following him around. That looked fun and all, but the combat looked fun.
Are you guys gonna do the Riot MMO?
Yeah,
for sure, dude. Riot does not do things bad.
I'm an MMO streamer before anything else.
I think Riot MMO.
Riot flat out does not do things wrong.
I think the Riot MMO might just take over the world, dude.
I'm down.
I really do think it might just take over the world. And if it doesn't, then they did something really wrong. Because Riot is.
I know.
And the cool things though about Riot, Kargs, the best thing about Riot MMO is that it's Riot. Everything they make is esports oriented, right? So the MMO is going to have a fat esports scene.
Yo, that's also something that I really want. Like, I just hope WoW esports picks up. I'm really.
Me too. I hope it picks up too. Hi, Jamin, by the way. But I hope it picks up too. But I can guarantee you, Riot is going to launch that MMO, and they're going to push so much funding into the esports of that MMO, no matter what it is, whether it's PvP, speedrunning, whatever, right?
Yeah.
They are going to make it a professional esport because it's Riot Gaming.
And 35 by the time that shit comes out, though, bro. Like it feels like a kids game, bro. It feels like I could be a good game, but it's like, are you guys ready to play fucking Finding Nemo MMO? You know what I mean? Like it's almost it's almost like too kiddie, bro. Like I have to. If you guys play it, I'll play it, of course. You know what I mean? But it's like,
hey, does anyone know the? Oh, never mind. I fixed it. I've full screened OBS and I couldn't read my chat anymore.
Yeah.
Boys, I gotta get out.
Yeah, I think we should call it then. Is anybody streaming right now? Or you going live again, Sarth? Or is it anyone?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna go hang
Alright.
out with the girl. I'll text you guys about
We're gonna pop step like an
this.
hour.
We should host somebody then.
Yeah.
Let's do
Phenomenal episode, dude. Thank you for having us on.
Yeah, bro.
And Winky, Karg, I love you, dude. I love you.
I can't
boys.
wait for our
Crix, I'll see
GTA
you
escapades
tomorrow.
pretty soon.
Yeah.
I got a server
Yo,
for us.
So happy for you
Yeah.
guys again. I'll be tuning in tomorrow. I'll try to spread the word in my little circles and stuff. Like it's so awesome you guys are coming up like that, doing that event tomorrow. I'm so happy for you guys.
Go, dude.
Let's
Thank you.
let's do a raid for Mrs. Sully TV. She's currently leveling with
Oh,
Mr.
Pog.
Sully.
Get him. Get him.
And while that raid's cooking up, I appreciate you guys, of course, for the homies. I also thank you for the invite to be on your guys' podcast earlier today, and for the GGs and the Overwatch games. It was a good time. I think this was a good F's in chat. We'll have to find out what people think of it. I'm sure I'll hear something from somebody at some point. I'll put it up on YouTube and shit too. I really want to make F's in chat work as a banter-centered podcast. So if you guys liked it, let me know. You guys can always jump in the Discord too and let me know if there's anything you want to see us talk about or anything specific other than just hardcore WoW, right? And we'll be bringing people on, new guests all the time. I'm sure these guys will be back as their open invite whenever these guys want to be on. They know that. We're all real life friends now. I've seen all of you naked, so it's all good. Yeah.
I broke a spoon over your ass.
I appreciate the time, guys. We've been live for 3 hours. Feels good. Let's go over to Mrs. Sully and say hello. Tell Mr. and Mrs. Sully to take a shot for us, guys, because they're drinkers. All right, love you.